Getting anxiety all over.
I know, right?
Oh,
that's the good news about the new show is that we can edit it.
Oh, true. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
that is good. Yeah.
Like this one, it's on the fly.
It's
You're going to
there,
get what you're going to get, you know? At least with that one, we'll be able to go back.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Hello, anyone in there? Hey, Ron.
What we got, just Ron?
Just Ron.
Ron Fan Radio.
We'll just start doing personalized episodes.
That's right. That's right.
Like,
this one's for you, Ron.
Just Ron, baby.
Oh, nice.
Still just
Nice.
Ron.
Oh, that's funny. We're on the Twitters there.
Are we?
Yeah. There's
Nice.
10 people watching on the Twitter.
Oh, hi, Twitter.
Well, there's 12 people. I see 12, but only Ron.
Okay.
Just Ron's the only.
It's a quiet night.
He's the only brave one.
That's
right.
That's
Comment.
true. Well, Ron,
This
thanks for
one's-
joining us.
Yeah, thanks for being here, Ron.
Yeah. Let's just chat with Ron. How
What's up,
are you,
Ron?
Ron?
Hey, buddy.
What's going on? Tell us how you are in there, buddy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Ron's like he's walked away from his phone.
No,
He's not,
Yeah,
he's
no,
not
he
even
hasn't
in there.
responded to any of
Yeah.
that.
He
No,
said
he's
yo, and then he went to do something important.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Oh well, so much for
Where
that.
is everybody?
Oh, my
I
God.
was like the Twilight Zone.
It's kind of weird.
Where did everybody
Yeah.
go?
It's like it is like the Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, we're just like walking around just in life all by ourselves.
Oh, my gosh. We need to hit the intro again.
I don't know. I guess this is strange.
This is
kinda weirded out by it.
wrong. It's a little weird. I'm weirded out by it as well.
I don't know. Is it?
Oh,
yeah.
wait.
Oh, James
Yay!
Furbo's
Hey,
in there.
James Furpo.
Oh, okay, good. All right, well, now that James is here, we can kick off the show.
I was a
We've
little
been waiting on you, James.
We've been waiting.
What's up, guys? It's Rich Incognito, Las Vegas Raiders. I'm here at Raiders Fan Radio. Let's go, Raiders.
Hey, it's Mike Garafolo, NFL Network here in the home office, and you are listening to the Raiders Fan Radio podcast, taking that lighter journey into the dark side with Murf, Swag Jeff, and Michelle. She's got great hair. It's a little pink, it's a little purple, whatever it is. I'll tell you what, if I could grow it, I would sign up for that color today. So listen to her and the entire crew as they give you all the information on the Raiders on the podcast that benefits the One Nation Foundation. It's a great cause. It's a great pod. Tune in, turn it up. Here it comes. All that Raiders info and takes coming at you right now.
Jackpot, baby. Raiders Fan Radio.
Oakland, LA, Oakland, Vegas, Raider Nation, wherever, forever. You got your old Uncle Mosh and Raiders Fan Radio from Murf's Man Cave, taking a lighter journey into the dark side. Sit back, put your feet up, pop a top, and enjoy the ride. Here we go!
Look left, look right, Velasquez, a leaping pass, touchdown!
We miss you, we love you, and we'll see you in the Hall of Fame.
When you have great coaches, then after you have great coaches, you get great players, you have a great organization, and you tell them one thing, just win, baby.
Way up the middle, intercepted Filipiano at the 50, time running down, Oakland football, and I think Oakland victory. The Oakland Raiders have scored on the most zany, unbelievable, absolutely impossible dream of a play.
Well, I love this team. I think this team can win. I think this team can win.
You are listening live to Raiders Fan Radio. Take it away, guys.
Why? Thank you, Brett Musburger. What is up, Raider Nation? Your buddy Murf back once again for what we trust will be a fantastic episode of Raiders Fan Radio. Episode number 405 of Raiders Fan Radio, coming at you live from the palatial, as the kids call it.
The kids calling it that?
They love that word. They use palatial all the time.
All the time.
Yeah,
It's up
wow.
there with rad and bomb and dope.
Yeah, they do love those words.
Heck yeah.
Nailed it.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, palatial and rad, they really do run in the same circles.
Yeah. It's in the vernacular.
It is in their vernacular.
Groovy.
Oh, boss. Swell. How about choice?
Oh. Nectar. Do people say that?
No.
No. Okay.
I don't think I've ever heard nectar.
mean,
Really? I've heard people say that's so nectar.
Stop.
What?
Now you're making shit up.
No, I'm for real.
You're just
for real.
He's
I've heard
just
it.
picking things and just be like, dude, that's so speaker, bro.
Straw. That's so straw.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, you're like, what is that movie where she tries to make fetch? Like, is that Mean Girls where she tries to make fetch?
Stop
You're
trying to
so
make fetch happen.
You're so fetch. Stop trying to make fetch happen. Murph's like, what the fuck is that?
You know what's funny?
Confused.
Valerie the other day, she was like, we should watch Mean Girls. She's like, have you ever seen it? I'm like, no. She's like, you'd like it. It's actually kind of a good movie.
No, it's pretty funny.
It's written by Tina Fey. I like Tina Fey.
No, it's funny.
It's a pretty. I don't think I've ever seen it start to finish, but I've seen
Really?
most
Oh, no,
of
it's
it.
no, it's
Yeah.
pretty funny.
It's
Pretty good?
funny.
Yeah,
it's
And I
man.
like Rachel McAdams too. So
Yeah,
it's-
yeah.
Exactly.
It's really, it's,
Exactly.
From what I've seen,
All right.
it's funny.
Shout out Mean Girls getting a
Yeah.
reference here.
There
at
you
the-
go.
At the top of the show here, Raiders.
Well,
Fan
no
Radio.
one's in the
Never-
chat,
no
so we
one's
just
in
talk
the
about
chat.
whatever that we want to talk about.
Okay, first of all, there are some ones in the chat. You just said no one's in the chat.
Well,
Ron's in there, Trey's in there, and James Furbo are in
yeah,
there.
there you go.
Do
Yeah.
not diminish.
And they
their
might
someone.
like Mean Girls too.
They might. I guess we'll find out. Hey, tell us if you like Mean Girls.
Although Ron literally did say yo and went to do something very important.
He must be
he's no
moderating
longer
another
in the
channel.
Oh my gosh! Well, to all 28 or none of you that are in the
Yes.
chat room, we appreciate, or not the chat room, but the watching the show here live on the YouTubes. We appreciate you joining us each and every week. That is 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern here at YouTube.com/Raiders Fan Radio. Yes, the channel is now called Murph's Fan Cave.
Hey,
But we're gonna leave the at, as the kids say, at Raiders Fan Radio. We're gonna leave that in place for a while, just mainly because I don't want anybody else taking it. Like I feel like I need to make another Raiders fan or something like I don't know. We'll figure that out. But we renamed it Murph's Fan Cave because you're not only going to get this show, you're going to get Raiders Fan Radio proper, which will remain our flagship show. But you're going to get also the 8-minute raid, which I did another one of those last night, and
yeah, it was
I
good.
got some good feedback on that. Thank you so much. And that's gonna be a fun show to do. I didn't realize, I know I talk a lot, but I run out of time like real quick. I'm like, oh shit, I'm just some handwritten notes, and there was like 2 other things I wanted to talk about. I didn't even get to it. So I gotta.
We should start giving you the 8-minute time limit here. Give me and Michelle a little more camera time.
Man, fuck you.
Oh my gosh, I'd love for you to get up on a soapbox and be like, "Oh shit, only got 30 seconds left." And be like,
Yeah.
"Ooh, here we go, Michelle. It's almost our turn."
Yeah, and I need an air horn. Okay, you're done.
Be like, where the podcast dad timer is getting ready to go.
That's right.
But anyway, so we appreciate you all joining us live for this episode. And also, what else was I going to say? There was another thing in there. Oh, and the Just Grin Baby show. So we're doing the other new show you're going to start seeing here on the network is called Just Grin Baby. That's when you get us 3 chuckleheads sitting over there at the new set. And we're just going to talk about stuff that makes us smile and makes us laugh. And it might be Raiders related. It might not always be Raiders related. It might not at all be Raiders related. But it's certainly going to be fun. Like Jeff says, if you like the first 15 minutes of this show and the last 15 minutes, like, there you go. That's what Just Grin Baby's going to be. And so appreciate all of those of you patronizing the Murph's Fan Cave network of, what do you call this? Network of shows.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody out there.
There you go.
So we got a lot of Raiders stuff to get to tonight. So let's go ahead and kick it off with my best friend and yours. Let's turn it over to the man that adorns the right side corner of the Murf's Fan Cave Studio Dungeon. He is Swag Jeff.
It's started in profile.
What up, Swaggo?
Oh my gosh, man! I'm fired up to be here. I feel relaxed. I feel, we took a little break, man.
Oh, we
took a
did.
couple weeks off and recharged the batteries, and because you're about to see a whole lot of us, Raider Nation, and world, because we're gonna be bringing you Raider content, we're gonna be bringing you comedy content, all sorts of stuff. It's gonna be an dude. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
It's gonna be fun, man.
Next week it kicks off, man, and I cannot wait. It's gonna be a freaking blast. Ron is texting me right now saying I think there may be like some YouTube issues going on right now because he's not seeing a whole lot of comments either. But yeah, so
okay.
So yeah, so if we don't get to your chat, if we don't see it, it's blame it on the Google.
Blame it
on Google for sure. So but one person that you can't blame it on is sitting across from me, and it is the one and only, the lovely Michelle Swag.
Hey.
Michelle.
Yeah, literally just prepare to be sick of us because you're going to go to sleep with our faces and our voices ingrained in your brain because we're about to really get rocking and rolling. I'm excited.
We got a lot to say.
We do.
Yeah.
Especially you.
Thanks for getting that one.
Yeah.
You're like, no, we really have a lot to talk about.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, geez. Yeah.
Oh.
Don't give me an end to write a joke into the ground, man.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, I
Absolutely.
will do that. But hey, I'm not going to write a joke into the ground because it is no joke that we are brought to you,
Oh.
presented
Well
by the
done.
Thank you, Jeff. We are presented by the good folks at FanDuel. We thank the good folks at FanDuel for their support of Raiders Fan Radio and soon to be all of the network of shows here in the Fan Cave. And thank you to Justin Marmon and thank you to HTO for their support of this show. We appreciate you all very, very much. All right, Jeff. So we at the top of the show, we always take our episode number and tie it back to something significant within Raider Nation. And today's episode is 405. And what do you got for us tonight?
Absolutely. So for this episode, we are going back to 2002. December 22nd, 2002. Yeah, it was 2002. Great year, man. So the Raiders clinched their third straight AFC West Division title with a 28-16 win over the Broncos.
The only thing I've ever clinched is butt cheeks.
I'm telling you. And a lot of time, and it has to do with the Raiders.
Yes, or
Yeah.
Chipotle.
Well, that too. Hopefully that's it and nothing else. Hey.
Whoa, hey.
The rest of it you don't clinch.
Oh man, tell me about your life.
Yeah, you got to relax.
Telling you about your life. But that game, Rich Gannon did something pretty cool. So Rich Gannon,
Did he
He
clinch
did not
it?
clinch.
no, he
did
wasn't
not
clinching
clinch.
at all, man. He was.
Might have been.
He might have had, but he broke Warren Moon's record for completions in a season in the second quarter of that game. In that second quarter, Rich Gannon completed his 405th completion of the season.
Oh, wow. Nicely done.
Yeah. Thanks, Rich.
You're the best, Rich. I loved Rich's ringing endorsement of what's not only Fernando Mendoza, but what's going on with Clint Kubiak and all that. And we talked about it on one of the other shows about the the endorsement from the Hall of Famers and the Super Bowl champions and Super Bowl MVPs, and in Rich's case, NFL MVP. And so it was really cool to hear Rich kind of like, because I mean, Rich is an analyst, right? So he's kind of, sure, he talks positively about the Raiders, but you don't ever see him in like that type of a setting where he's just kind of like gushing a little bit.
Sure.
Like that was really cool.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
Yeah, 100%. Well, he was at the press conference with Clint Kubiak. And I mean, of all the Raider legends that are around this team and all that stuff, I thought it was really cool that Rich was a part of that. You know what I mean? Like, I just think that was really cool.
Yeah, because you see Charles around the, you know what I'm saying? Like you see like these guys around, not like pretty frequently. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Howie, you don't see a ton, and then Gannon. I think that was pretty cool.
It was really
like
cool.
not for nothing, but we've seen Mike Haynes at multiple events. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we see these guys around. And so that was cool to see those two. All right, Swag Jeff, what do we got next? Contact info. Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
Woo!
Woo! Hey, Raider Nation, you got your old Uncle Mosh here with an updated contact info. So sit up, zip up, shut up, and pay attention. You can call us at 909-345-3346, or as Murf would say it,
909-345-3346.
How about emailing me?
Hey.
You want to email me? Email me at show@RaidersFanRadio.com. Or what about reaching out to us on some of that social media stuff Swaggy likes? Try Facebook at Raiders Fan Radio Podcast. The Twit at
Twitter
at Raiders Fan Radio. Insta something. Instagram at Raiders Fan Radio. The tiki-tiki-taki-talk. TikTok at Raiders Fan Radio. Or what about the Twitch? Some of you out there twitching. Anyway, Twitch at Raiders Fan Radio. Or if you don't like that, go to the YouTube. America, go to the YouTube. YouTube.com/Raiders Fan Radio. Oh my God, if that wasn't enough, go to your podcast provider and search Raiders Fan Radio. Holy crap, that was a lot.
Good. Oh, nicely done. Nicely done.
Nice. Man, this chat is tripping me out, man.
Me too. It's throwing me. I'm throwed.
Damn it, YouTube.
It's kind of weird doing Raiders Fan Radio live without the live component of it.
Yeah.
Which is the chat. Like you and I are used to doing rundowns like this,
Uh-huh.
where we just chat about the stories or whatever. But there's so much of this show when it's at its best, it's interactive with the chat room.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so I'm noticing it too, man. This is interesting. But anyways, thank you to those of you that are in there, and hopefully you can hear. I mean, there's more people watching us on Twitter right now than there is watching us on YouTube.
Interesting.
Yeah. But anyways, so thank you all very much for checking out this episode of Raiders Fan Radio. So here at the other top of the show, we do a little segment called Respect. You know, we don't do props, we don't do shout outs. There's nothing wrong with those things, but we're Italian. We like to give a little bit of respect.
Murf, Swaggy J, Nation, it's time for a little respect. You know, respect ain't bought, it ain't sold, it ain't demanded, it ain't negotiated, it's earned. And without blowing smoke or giving shameless plugs, we want to say salute and much respect to the following folks.
Yeah. Nice. I wonder where that chat room went, man.
Ron said that Reddit told him that there's a YouTube issue going on.
Okay.
YouTube. Damn it, YouTube.
Ruining everything.
Thanks, Reddit.
All right. So, so eventually some people will come back and listen to us. So thank you to those of you that are listening. All right. So here at the top of the show, we like to give respect. And man, this is, I kind of got some feels about this a little bit when I was putting this together. I want to give respect to the absolutely awesome friends that have become friends of ours. Not only on the air, but off the air. And that is Scott Gilbranson and Mo Moten. I want to thank those guys for the work that they've done with the Silver and Black Today show. They hung it up. Today was the very last episode of Silver and Black Today. And, you know, the podcast aside, let me just say this. Scott reached out a few years ago now and asked about me going on to his show and doing, post-game segments to be the kind of voice of the fan. And I was honored as hell to be thought of as worthy of being the damn voice of the fan. And then that also grew into a relationship that show has with our One Nation Foundation, which is our nonprofit. We haven't talked about them yet, but that's our nonprofit that gives to Raiders-related charities, and including the good folks at Raider Dad and in the Blitnikoff Foundation. And Scott said every penny that we make with super chats and whatnot on Silver and Black Today, we're going to give to you guys at the end of the year. And Scott donates that money to us at the end of every year. So not only did he give a platform to some chucklehead YouTuber, podcaster like me, but then he partnered with our foundation. And I just thought that was just such an incredibly generous thing to do. There's a stigma out there around fan created content. There has been forever. And even though there's a lot of, media people associated directly with the Raiders and otherwise that I have a lot of respect for, they still not necessarily look down their nose at us, but there's an air of we're one thing and they're another, and their thing is elevated over ours. If that makes sense. Okay?
Totally. Yeah, totally.
And so Scott never acted like that towards us. Mo never acted like that towards. He took and they took us in as one of them, and never felt. And even though we know that, like, these are professional journalists, like these are professional writers, like I'll never forget when Scott visited the fan cave and he was typing up stuff on his laptop over there, like when he was like posting show notes. I'm like watching this guy. I'm like, holy shit, he's over there going, you know what I mean? And I'm over here going, my finger's tired because you know what I mean? That's all I type with. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so, so to have guys like that take us in was incredibly kind. That said, I'll give you the next point I'd like to make. Their show was top notch.
Oh, yeah.
It's the absolute best podcast about the Raiders that there is. And because there is either the fan version of podcasting about the Raiders or there's the team affiliated.
Oh, right.
They were a hybrid and the only one that were a true hybrid, because even the people that are like Las Vegas Raider Review Journal or the Las Vegas Review Journal and what people that aren't quote directly associated with the team, they're associated with the team.
Yeah.
Totally.
Like you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like that's what's the word I'm looking for? That's what is it when you call it? It's a state ran media. You know what I'm saying?
There
like,
you go.
Yeah,
Like that's
100%.
That's not, those guys aren't up there flying out there with their own opinions. Okay, but Scott and Mo didn't have those shackles on them, and so they were very free flowing with their opinions about things, whether it was good about the Raiders or whether it was bad about the Raiders. So that was the only Raider podcast that I listened to, the only one. Like I'll listen to some of the, like the press conferences and stuff that come through the Raiders podcast feed. But as far as like listening to something created and produced, those were the only two guys that I listened to because I felt like I could hear them and then I could get on these microphones and their opinion wouldn't be my opinion. Like as much as we love Graph and we love Wasted and we love so many of our buddies that we've made over the years through podcasting, I support those guys and I'll go jump into their channel and throw them a super chat or like just chat for a minute or whatever. But I never want to camp out in there because I don't ever want to have, like if Graph makes a really good point, I don't want to come on here and then say the same thing.
And spew it as your opinion, yeah.
Yeah. Now, if we happen to say the same thing, you know what I mean? Then fine. But I don't want to say it because I heard it from him.
Mm-hmm.
That's his. That's his. I don't want to ever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like those two guys, though, I never felt like we were under pressure to like if Mo made a good point, then it was like a balanced talking point, if that makes sense. So anyways, enough of my pontificating. Talk a little bit about our buddy Scott and Mo, and then I got an audio clip to play.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm the same way. I tune into their show every single week, love their takes and all that because they're balanced. They keep us chuckleheads a little more level-headed and kind of make us think about things in a different way and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm totally with you. Their opinion would not be my opinion. There's a lot of times on that show that I disagree with them on a thing,
100%.
and that's okay.
Yeah,
like there's nothing wrong with that. But I do like that it's it was a very they go into it business sense wise about the team and all that stuff, and they're not Mo's a freaking Raider fan. He grew up a Raider fan, but he's not going in there with his emotions and stuff like that, so I really love that. On a personal level, we've both of them have been on the show and all that, and they're just top-notch people, man.
Yeah, I'm going to miss him because it was one of the shows that I listen to regularly, and I don't listen to a lot as well, but it was one that I did tap into regularly because it did kind of ground me a little bit, and like when my I'm flying in the clouds, thinking we're, they were like, they humbled me many, many times in the season, and I'm gonna miss that because it was like one of the, I listen to Q Myers too, but it was one of the things that I would look forward to because it would kind of really let me know exactly where the Raiders were and not where I was just wishing and hoping they were. So yeah, I'm gonna and I'm gonna miss them as fun guys too to like chat with and stuff like that. I mean, not that they're gonna disappear into the ether, but yeah, I'm gonna miss that. I'm gonna miss the show.
Absolutely,
for sure.
Yeah.
And not to mention, like, they brought, I mean, like you said, they brought you in to be the voice of the fan and stuff like that, but they've brought a lot of people to us.
Oh, yeah.
Like, which I respect the shit out of them for that because, I mean, and they even mentioned it on their last show. Like, if you guys want to find somewhere else to go listen to Murf and the gang at Raiders Fan Radio. Like, I mean, like, they don't have to do that. Like, respect.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
That's what I'm saying, man. And a rising tide raises all ships, but you just don't typically get that rising tide from people that are in that sphere. You know what I mean? And so I cannot appreciate those guys enough and wish them the best of I man. We love you guys. And I texted with Scott earlier today and like you said, Michelle, they're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like they, passed away or something. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But in terms of like what Silver and Black today is, like, RIP to Silver and Black today, man. Like, it will definitely be missed. But I totally get it though too. They're gonna I assume move on to other like creative spaces or other journalistic activities and whatnot. And, they're going to do well at whatever the next steps are for those guys. So anyway, so give it up for Scott and Mo, Silver and Black today.
Yep. Respect.
All right. So in true Raiders Fan Radio fashion, though, we can't let them get out of here without taking a little bit of a shot. It's not even taking a shot necessarily.
Yes.
It's just highlighting, I think, one of the funniest exchanges we ever had with Scott and Mo, and that was when Scott Gilbranson joined us live in the fan cave.
Oh, my gosh.
And he got Mo Moten on the phone.
Yes.
Mo, the chat room wants you to say a bad word, Mo.
Hey, Mo, Jordan Ford, Jordan, who's one of our very faithful followers.
I love Jordan.
Wants you to cuss on the air. Can you imagine that bullshit?
For Michelle, say the F word, Mo.
Yeah.
Fuck off. I'm not gonna curse. I'm gonna be nice. I'm the curse going, bro.
This is my favorite show ever.
This is my favorite show on the damn planet, Mo. God dang it, man.
I will never forget this night. That made my night.
What's up, Raider Nation? It's your boy, Will Compton. You're listening to Raiders Fan Radio. Tune in because they fucking put out a banger podcast.
Hi, this is AJ Cole from the Las Vegas Raiders, and you're listening to Raiders Fan Radio. Just win, baby.
Man, I've got certain information, all right? Certain things have come to light, and, given the nature of all this new shit, this could be a lot more complex. I mean, it might not be just such a simple, What
in God's holy name are you blathering about?
Well, I'll tell you what I'm blathering about. I've got information, man. New shit has come to light.
Indeed it has, and the new shit that has come to light is that we now have what is, I believe, near completion of a new coaching staff in Las Vegas, man. Let's go. Clap. There it is.
Hey.
I meant to...
I like that soundbite.
Clap. I meant to run this earlier and I forgot it because I saw it somewhere and I don't know if it's changed yet since we hired a couple of the other new guys. But it was like the average coaching age for the Las Vegas Raiders in 2025 versus the average coaching age of the Las Vegas Raiders in 2026. It dropped by like 30 years. Oof. Or something crazy, or like 25 years or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever the numbers are. Somebody can fact check me on that. But like most of these guys are they're your age.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Because what are you, 37?
Yeah, I'm 37. Yeah.
There you go. They're all like 37, 38 years old, except Rick Dennison. I think he's a little older. And Mike McCoy's like my age. Like Mike McCoy's like 52, 53, something like that.
Yeah.
But for the most part, like they're all like your age dudes, man. And I love that.
I got my wish.
What you got your
There you go.
hey,
Yeah,
no,
what
hey,
about what
They're
about
pretty trim
poundage?
too. They're pretty trim.
What about the new poundage per coach is?
Yeah, I would say probably 180,
No, literally,
171,
yeah.
because ain't none of them fat,
No,
Michelle.
ain't none of them fat. Like I'm pretty pleased with. They were listening. They were listening.
They must have been. They must have been.
They had to have heard my pleas, so
Oh
they
my
did.
gosh, that is
but
so
yeah,
funny.
they look so young and trim. It's perfect.
They really do, man. They really do. Michelle's like, we got a good-looking coaching staff.
We got a
Like,
solid-looking coaching staff.
Heck yeah, man.
From
There
the
you
GM
go.
down.
I'm telling you.
Uh-oh. You got Spy Tech in the mix there, too.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's, I don't know how old he is, but he's
Yeah.
a pretty fit-looking guy.
Yeah,
He's
sure
a
is.
And you
good
got
looking dude, yeah.
TB12 in the mix. And all,
Oh, my
yeah.
gosh.
Yeah. Only one slacking is Mark.
Mark's there for balance. He's like, what
That's
is
why
it
he backed
when you're
himself
the-
out of football
Yeah.
operations. He's like, I'm just going to go hang out at PF Chang's.
Yeah.
I'll catch y'all later.
He's like, I don't want to take down the average.
Yeah,
These motherfuckers are
that's right.
fine.
Yeah.
Well, you saw that news clip that said Mark Davis's girlfriend fell in love with his perfect smile, not the fact that he's a billionaire.
Sure, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. She had to love that haircut. That's probably what drew her in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Keep telling yourself that, Mark.
Yep.
We'll go along with
smile.
that, sure.
Mhm. Fell in love with
Yeah.
that smile, man.
Yeah. Something else, that's for
I'll
sure.
leave that one. I'll leave that one alone. All right.
Yeah.
All right, but I'm gonna spit it out. Don't stop. Stop it.
Damn, bro.
I
Okay.
Or you could. Nope. I'm not gonna. Nope. Nope.
Oh, okay. Tell us about your life.
I saw you winding up that.
I was gearing up.
You were like, you're like in the
"Damn it."
in the cartoons before they punch. You were
Pause. Oh, bro.
All right, here we go. Let's check in with Judy Batista talking about the new coaches.
The Las Vegas Raiders are hiring Andrew Janocko to be their offensive coordinator. He is following Clint Kubiak from Seattle, where Janocko was the quarterback's coach. He did such great work with Sam Darnold this season. They also worked together with the Vikings and the Saints. This is the first time that Janocko, though, will be the offensive coordinator. Kubiak, though, is going to be the offensive play caller in Vegas. And on the other side of the ball in Las Vegas, Kubiak has promoted Rob Leonard to defensive coordinator. He was the defensive line coach and the run game coordinator. Leonard has been with the Raiders for 3 seasons and has worked closely with Max Crosby, who posted on social media calling it legend when the Leonard hire was revealed. Crosby's future in Vegas is still unclear. Probably doesn't hurt that he likes this hire. Leonard is also a first-time coordinator, Tom.
All right, so there you go. So you got Rob Leonard coming in to take over the defensive side of the ball, Andrew Janocko for the offensive side of the ball. But let's give you the tail of the tape. Let's go ahead and run through all this this coaching staff, how it's looking so far. So Clint Kubiak obviously comes in as the head coach. He's going to bring a fresh, innovative, and offensive mind from Seattle's title-winning system. His pedigree, son of Gary Kubiak, and emphasis on player development make him a high upside choice to end the Raiders' coaching carousel. One thing I think was interesting about Kubiak is that the difference between him and Pete, where they both have won a Super Bowl, right? I know Pete was a head coach and Kubiak was a coordinator. But isn't it interesting that when Pete Carroll came in and was speaking from a place of, well, I've done it all. I've been to the mountaintop. I've won it all. Oh, yeah, but it was when? It was what, 12 years ago or whatever the heck the number is? This guy walked into the Raiders facility and immediately had the respect, I think, of everybody there, including the players, because he was like, yeah, I won a Super Bowl 2 days ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, and dominated in the Super Bowl with that offense. Like, yep. I think Kubiak's bona fides just speak for themselves. And because he's not going to boast about it because he's a quiet, humble guy.
Yep.
Mike McCoy is the assistant head coach, veteran presence, 23 plus years of NFL experience, including interim head coaching stints, provides stability, offensive expertise, and mentorship for the young staff while helping bridge Kubiak's vision to execution. Now, this one I'm a little on the fence on because Mike McCoy was not a good head coach. He sucked as the Chargers head coach. And I understand the Tennessee Titans were not a really well-built
It was a dumpster fire that he took over.
Yeah, so being the interim head coach last year for the Titans, I get it, that didn't work. But I do get it that he has had the role so that he could advise Clint Kubiak on some of the things that come into play when it's the inner workings of being a head coach. And this is something that I brought up when Antonio Pierce was bringing in Joe Philbin and Marvin Lewis and all these guys. Despite what their talents were as head coaches, I thought it was interesting because there's a lot of day-to-day things about being a head coach that maybe a first-year head coach isn't aware of. And if you've got a guy that's been in that role numerous times, can it shorten the learning curve? Now, I think Antonio Pierce made the mistake of depending on them way too much
for other decisions
instead of trusting himself. But I think that this could provide some good balance, Jeff, if Kubiak trusts Mike McCoy for those type things and not to tell him what to do.
Yeah, 100%. Because that's exactly what AP did. AP got the job because he trusted his gut.
Speaking of clinching, he tightened up so much versus when he was the interim guy.
Pretty much everything, he took over a dumpster fire. The locker room was in shambles, all this stuff when Josh McDaniels got fired, and he came in and brought everything together. And then he brought in all of his former people telling him, well, no, you need to do it like this. No, you need to do it like this. And it was all conflicting messages coming at him. Well, Clint's not going to do that. Clint already, I think, has seen what it takes to be a head coach from his father. You know what I mean?
Oh, sure.
And so, I think that may be more of a mentor than anything else. But, him coming in like that when bringing in McCoy, I think it's a solid move. And like you said, I'm all about a guy going, hey, let me show you kind of what the day-to-day operations look like. But I don't think he's going to need much help.
Yeah, I hope not, Michelle. I hope that this is a case where it's all right, what are the different media obligations, or you know what I mean? There's just the logistics of a football team. I think if he's imparting those things on Clint, that could bring a lot of value.
And I think being an offensive coordinator, you're a little more in tune with what it does take to be a head coach. No offense to Antonio Pierce, but he was a linebacker coach, you know, so you're in charge of one facet of the team. So to immediately go from that to head coach, there are a lot of things that probably came up oh shit, I didn't realize that was, but I feel like being offensive coordinator, you're a little, and plus his father, but you're a little more in touch with exactly what, so you may just need somebody to help to tweak little things as opposed to going to somebody for full on, what the fuck do I do here kind of advice. So
Yeah, I dig it, man. I think it's a good move. Again, I have a little bit of trepidation just because of Mike McCoy's record in that. But yeah, as an advisory role, I don't see any reason to not endorse it. Not that my endorsement matters worth a shit, but Andrew Janocko, as we heard from Judy Batista there, longtime collaborator with Clint Kubiak. They worked together in Minnesota, New Orleans, and Seattle. His familiarity ensures smooth implementation of a balanced, creative scheme aiming at fixing the Raiders' struggling run and pass game. I think this is very much John Gruden and Greg Olson. I think this is a guy that's going to help break down film, work even though his title is offensive coordinator, this is going to be a guy that's going to be able to, help with, again, shortening up the game day preparation, the week-to-week preparation. This is a guy that can really help Kubiak in that role. And it's they're longtime collaborators. They've been working together now, Jeff, for a few years. And so I love that idea that he's got someone in his corner. They're clearly going to be speaking the same language. And again, I draw the comparison to Gruden and Olsen. It's Olsen was there to here's what I'm seeing on this, or be that guy where Gruden can go, hey, Ole, this is what I'm thinking on this play. This is what I'm thinking on this, you know what I mean, on this set. What do you think?
Exactly.
Kind of a thing.
Exactly. 100%. I think that is the difference. I think bringing him in is great because they're going to be able to work more collaborative because the word is that Kubiak is the next offensive genius. And I know that's triggering for Raider Nation to hear that phrase because that's what we heard about Josh McDaniels. But Josh McDaniels was like, this is my way. This is what I'm going to do. My system works. This, and that. And he had no one else going, hey, man, I'm seeing it different. And so, like, if they come together as a team to call this play, call the offense, like, that's perfect. That's exactly
I think
what
so
you
too.
want.
I think so too. So we go to the defensive side of the ball. You get Rob Leonard on the defensive side of the ball.
Love this.
And he's your new defensive coordinator, promoted from within, former Raiders defensive line coach, run game coordinator. Strong player connections, especially with stars like Max Crosby, and an in-house knowledge make him a smart, continuity-focused choice for the defense. Michelle, I think this is interesting because not only does it give you that continuity of the building and of the players and of your star player, but I don't think that it was exclusively for the star player. I think that when we heard Spytek, he was like, I told Clint, hey, we got this guy that, you know, is a pretty good candidate for defensive coordinator. Give him a visit. And Clint sat down with the guy and clearly was impressed enough to give him the gig. So this isn't like for Max.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think it is so smart. Like, because if he's worthy of the job, yes, give him the job. But it is so smart because it does have that little bit of connection to whatever was good the last season. There wasn't a whole lot of things to be excited about, but to have a little something to sort of tether to what you did have that was going for you. And then obviously, if Max Crosby likes him, like it does help to keep that. Yeah, I think it's so smart, even though I know a lot of people weren't big fans of it because they probably felt like, oh, he just did this.
They just did it for Max. Yeah,
I think it's so much bigger than that.
Yeah, I agree.
I think so. I think so too. You know, I think because you heard reports that it came out that, like, you know, because how many coaching staff now is Rob Leonard been a part of?
Been there 3 years now?
So a few coaching regimes or whatever.
Look that up, yeah.
But I've heard rumors that like other teams have inquired about him in other off seasons, and the Raiders have blocked it. Like, no, we want to keep this guy.
Interesting.
We want to keep him in the building, and so because I think they saw the potential that he could be the guy that takes over for Patrick Graham or whoever it is. Like, so this organization through many coaching staffs have seen the potential of this guy. And so I'm so glad that this guy's getting a chance.
Yeah, me too, man. And I think that it's interesting too, that one of the things they talked about today and the reason we named the show what we did today, the 3 formula for success or whatever the hell I named it, was that
it was so important. Whatever
it was
the fuck
3
it was.
formula something because I thought that was clever.
You're clever as hell, bro.
Hell yeah!
I see.
You see 3
I
formula?
see what you did there. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Wow.
I'm all about a pun.
So clever.
Well, thanks. Thanks, Michelle. Give it up for Michelle.
There you go.
I can't see Swag's face. I was trying to see. I can't see him.
No, was that thing in the way?
Yeah,
His
no,
camera
we
and-
always kind of have
yeah,
to do a
well,
little
you
bit
do?
of this.
Okay.
Yeah,
I tried to move it up and out of the way.
No,
Whatever. Okay.
it's fine.
That's all right.
All right.
That's all right.
A little inside baseball there.
There you go. I know what she looks like.
Yeah, I can remember. Hold on. Just look at your shirt. Just look down at your shirt.
There you go.
You want to see what Jeff looks like? Look at your
I just
monitor
look
there.
here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
there
yeah,
it
yeah.
is. Well, the whole mic takes up his face, so that's all I see is his mic.
I took
That's
a
all
little
right.
bit of a shot there.
That's all right. That's all right. I got a big old mic over here, man.
Hey.
Hell yeah.
What was I going to talk about? That was
There
gonna
was
be-
a super
the
chat.
3-4.
Did somebody want to? Did you see it?
Yeah, please
Did
do. But then
anybody
I
see
do
it?
want to talk about the 3-4. So yeah, somebody
Before
hit
it
the
because they go away. So I'm just gonna read. It's Raider Rick. He said, "I think I may
please.
cry. Murf, Michelle, and whatever the fuck the other dude's name is, glorifying my TV tonight just warms my heart." So, thank you. With a $5 super chat.
Thank you.
Thank you, Raider Rick.
Raider Rick. Thank you, Raider Rick. Appreciate you very much, brother.
Yeah.
Okay, so go this 3-4, Jeff, is interesting. So 3-4, so a little more fundamentals here. I'm sure everybody knows this, but just in case you don't. So a 4-3 is where you have 4 down linemen, and then you have 3 linebackers behind them. Now, a lot of teams play in nickel nowadays, so it ends up only being 2 linebackers. But anyways, you have 4 front defensive linemen. In a 3-4, you have 3. So you have odd man front. So you have 3.
Right.
So the reason this is a big deal is that, especially for our star player, is that when you look at a 3-4 defense, it's ideally you have a nose tackle. So you have a big giant guy in the middle, and then he's flanked by big defensive ends. All right. Then your pass rushers are lankier. They typically are in a 2-point stance, not a 3-point stance. So when you get a guy like Max Crosby, now granted, those outside linebackers are typically not 255 pounds or whatever Max is. They're typically more like TJ Watt or Von Miller or Khalil Mack. Like they're those guys. So reason Khalil Mack was a Pro Bowler as a defensive end and as an outside linebacker. Because when you play in that 3-4, you're coming off the edge and you're not always got your hand in the dirt. A lot of times you're just standing up and going. But the focus is that they can go, and they typically play on the weak side. It's just all about getting to the goddamn quarterback. So if that's the case, this could be an opportunity. I don't know if he's going to be able to yet. I'm rooting for the young man, but this is a perfect setting for Tyree Wilson to play in the defensive end 3-4 because all he's got to do is move the pocket. All he's got to do is suck up blocks.
Right.
He doesn't have to beat a guy one-on-one to get to the quarterback. All he's got to do is take up some attention so Max can get in there and go do that shit.
Exactly.
Or if we bring Malcolm Kuntz, or if we sign Jalen Phillips, or if we draft somebody, or whoever the other edges are going to be, those are the guys that are going to be responsible for that. So then you're inside. So now you've got, and we're going to hear some of these coaches talk about it, but that's where Tonka Hemingway, JJ Pegues, freaking Adam Butler. And then Tyree Wilson in rotation, whatever. That's your 3-man front. And then your linebackers are zipping in, just going in to go get the goddamn quarterback. I think this thing could freaking really take advantage of the personnel we have, Jeff.
Well, and Rob Leonard, I feel like last year got more out of Tyree Wilson than we've seen Tyree Wilson's entire career.
Yeah.
Especially the second half of the season, with Max, kind of being a little, limped up an injury and stuff like that. Like Tyree had some good games last season. So I'm looking to see another big step from Tyree.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now will this be his
This is it.
This is his last year of the contract.
This is 4, so he's got a 5th-year extension, Michelle. That you're going to decide what they want to do with it, I guess, at some point.
I feel like the Raiders have been needing like linebackers for a really
Ever?
long time. Yeah, yeah.
Since Kirk Morrison
talks about it every time, every season. So maybe this. I would love to see. That's probably one. Obviously, I love the safety. I love that CB, but I do also love a linebacker. Like, can we get some of those?
Well, we're definitely going to have a different focus on linebacker than we ever have before because they're way more important when it comes to. Now, granted, it's a little bit different of a linebacker. It's not a straight like in a 4-3. Your outside linebacker, like that's not a Max Crosby type.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's not Von Miller. It's not those guys.
Right.
So where this is a little bit different. But yeah, there's going to be a huge focus on linebacker. Going forward for the Raiders. And to your point, Michelle, the last time we had a good linebacking core, it was Kirk Morrison, Thomas Howard, and Robert Thomas. Like those 3 guys. And that was what was that? 06?
Yeah. Like that was
5?
Another lifetime.
Like whatever, like you know what I mean? 7, 8. I don't know. Somebody check me on the math on what years those 3 guys were together. But it was like that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
And it's been flashes in the pan. We haven't had that, general on defense with the green dot since Will Compton.
Yeah.
Shout out, Will.
Shout him out.
For 9 games. Leading tackler in 9 games.
I'm telling
for
you.
your 2019
Yes,
Oakland Raiders,
man.
is that right?
Yeah.
He came to Raider Nation when I did.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
That's why y'all are
Couple
bonded.
legends.
I'm telling you.
Right?
I'm telling you.
They're more than bonded.
Heck yeah.
How's your boy Will?
I don't know. He don't text me back.
Are you longing for some comp?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I need the green dot. I need to have constant contact with him. He ain't doing it, man.
You need walkie-talkies. That's what you need.
You up? Yeah, man. I miss my boy Comp. Yeah. He's doing good, though.
They're killing it.
Yeah,
They're
they
friggin'
are
crushing
killing
it.
it.
They
Yeah,
are killing
They're crushing it.
Speaking of freaking dominant linebackers, did you all hear the interview with Patrick Willis?
Oh, yeah.
With him and Delaney on there?
Yes.
God dang, that was good, man.
Yes.
Good, yeah.
Except Patrick kept talking off mic.
Oh,
Couldn't
yeah.
get the microphone in front of his face. I was listening to the podcast of it.
Uh-huh.
And so apparently, I don't know, whatever. But
Head on a swivel always.
Just like Rod Martin. Just lips down that mic.
That must be a linebacker
must
thing.
be a linebacker thing.
They either can't do this or
they just can't stay on the mic. It just, yeah.
That's too funny. All right, so jumping back over to the offensive side of the ball, just to finish out this list here, and then we're gonna jump over and talk about some of the free agents. Offensive run game coordinator. I'm gonna butcher his last name. Forgive me. Mario Gebarial, recent addition, flipping from defense as a Jaguars assistant to his local Las Vegas ties, and a fresh perspective could energize the ground attack, especially with potential draft targets, improving the run game for backs. So that's a local guy, local Vegas guy. Good for him stepping in. Rick Dennison steps in for your new offensive line coach, replacing Brennan freaking goofy-eyed Carroll and his, God.
Yeah. I love the thing that you tweeted out. If he shows up to camp like this, we riot. And you edited his picture with like a big beard and eyes rolled in the back of his head.
Looking like Brennan Carroll.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So no, man. Hopefully Rick shows up nice and clean cut and with pupils. And he's a highly experienced veteran. So this is the guy bringing up your age average, 30 plus years, including all the successes with the Broncos. He's tasked with fixing one of the league's biggest issues. That's the Raiders' porous offensive line. Next up, pass game coordinator and defensive backs is Joe Woods. It's a retained veteran from the Raiders staff. His expertise in secondary play calling and scheme adjustments provides defensive stability amid the rebuild. I'm assuming this was probably a Rob Leonard thing. Going like,
keep him.
Keep Joe too. Yep. Travis Smith is your new defensive line coach. Solid experience building on the Raiders' long tradition of strong edge rushing, focused on maximizing talent like Max Crosby and developing depth. Ronell Williams is your new linebacker coach, Michelle. Okay. Young rising coach added for fresh energy, pairs well with Leonard's promotion to grow the linebacker group. And then Al Holcomb is your senior defensive assistant, experienced advisor to support the defensive staff, adds veteran insight to help transition the unit smoothly. So as an overall, the staff emphasizes Kubiak's collaborative style with trusted allies like Janocko on offense and a mix of promotions like Rob Leonard, including veterans like Mike McCoy, Dennison, and D. Camillus for balance. I didn't even mention Joe D. Camillus yet. That's your special teams coordinator.
Oh, right on.
So he's a special teams mind. He's 60 plus years old, so he's got decades of NFL work. Brings reliability to a unit that often gets overlooked but can swing games. Yeah, we know, right?
Heck yeah.
Yeah, special teams was struggling this last year.
Yeah, it was tough.
But this coaching staff is designed for quick impact in 2026, particularly revitalizing the run game and protecting the gosh darn quarterback.
There you go. It's a good-looking staff.
Such a good mix of
Final thoughts
and youth and experience. Like it just sounds like a good mix of like young energy, but also stability. It sounds good. I'm waiting to see still, but it does sound very promising.
Yeah. To me, it screams collaborative.
Yeah.
You hear, you talk about, Kubiak bringing in his guy for offensive coordinator and Rob Leonard bringing his, these guys are all going to be working together. And my expectations are a little tempered, a little tempered. Okay,
good for you.
Good.
But I will say that this year feels different.
Honestly, though, I'm not saying that. But Mo did say, Mo literally uttered, because I did listen to their last show.
That's why that show got canceled.
There you go.
Yeah, because he bought in. No, but yeah, there's got to be another phrase that I can use, but it does feel like we're moving in the right direction. How about that?
Yes, absolutely.
But yeah,
I think it feels different, man.
Well, and that's fair,
because it does every season.
Because it is different.
It is.
You know what I mean? It feels different because it is different. And every year it feels different because it is different. But does the difference lead to success? And that's where I'm kind of out. Last night on the 8-minute raid, I threw it out there that I'm really encouraged by this too, guys. This is not Murf going like, I don't know if we're gonna be good or not. That's not what it's all about. It's my expectations are tempered when it comes to how it's going to produce on the field.
Yeah.
When it comes to the win column and the loss column, when it comes to the scoreboard, I don't know how that's going to be impacted. I'm going to assume that over a long period of time that those things will come around. Is there potential for a quick turnaround? Sure. It happens every year. It happened to the Patriots last year. They won 4 games and then they were in the Super Bowl. So the potential is there for a quick turnaround. 2 years ago, it was the Washington Commanders, rookie Jaden Daniels taking them to the NFC Championship. So I understand that those things exist. And
Look
I'm
at the AFC champion this year.
That's what I just said, the Patriots.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear that part.
And so that's where, like, I don't know, you don't listen to me.
Well, I was looking at the chat.
At least it's rocking now.
They're way more interesting than I am, that's for sure. And they'll stop at some point, too. I mean.
I'm telling you, yeah.
Wait till I get
There ain't no 8-minute raids over here.
But, you know, but so I understand there is the potential for quick turnarounds. Those things exist in the NFL.
Sure.
Am I going in this year going to go, oh, yeah, then we got to going to be the one? No, those days are over for me. I'm not going to expect anything other than the plan coming together. Are the building blocks going to be in place?
Right.
This coaching staff, are they going to coach younger guys up? Are we going to see improvement versus regression? Last year, we saw nothing but regression. We started off beating said AFC champions and then slid down the shit hill for the rest of the year.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, other than bumping into the Titans on the way down. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so outside of that, as long as we see growth, positive growth, responsibility, like just like a sound organization, like those are that's how bad the Raiders are and have gotten and have dysfunctional we've gotten. Just look like a healthy organization from top to bottom, and then then I'm good. Then I'm square.
Right.
Like it doesn't have to be 8 wins, 9 wins, 10 wins. It doesn't even have to be 5. Just look good doing it. And I know I'm not looking for style points, and I'm not saying that this is going to be my expectation of this team for the rest of my time as a Raider fan. I'm just saying that for 2026, let's just watch this thing hopefully come together. The next step is to draft our first round quarterback.
Well, and I think that that's what is encouraging me so much, is because do I think we're going to, light the world on fire next season? I don't think so. I'm not expecting that, but like I see the plan in motion and I see that like, oh, damn, we are doing the right thing. We did bring a young, innovative coach in, the fresh crop of folks coming in. We see, they're lifting up the right people in this organization, and the roles are clear. The roles are very clear. I feel like in years past, like even back in when with
last year it was
with last year and with AP and Telesco and with Josh McDaniels and Ziegler and with Mayock and Gruden, like all these different who's in charge here? Who do we report to? Now we know it's very clear. It's John Spytek and then it's Clint Kubiak. You see, last year, I don't remember, probably because I was too riding high thinking that Pete Carroll was going to light the world on fire. But like during the combine, like, was it
Spytek?
Was it Spytek?
Yeah, it was Spytek.
Okay. But that was the last we saw him until the other day. You know what I mean? Like,
well, and I think he was separating himself from Pete Carroll, Michelle, because I don't think he wanted to be. He saw where this thing was going, and he's like, no, I'm square. And I think that there was I don't want to call it a power struggle, but I'm very pleased to see Mark Davis and the organization be very demonstrative this offseason that guy's the boss. Yeah. Like that's you. You know what I mean? Like, ain't no country run by 2 presidents.
Yeah.
Outside of like the occasional Russo brothers or the Wachowskis or something, 2 people don't direct a movie. Like, it's one person's vision. It's like, this is the vision. You don't have double CEOs of companies. It's like, here's the thing. And so Spytek is clear cut the guy. I think that Pete Carroll was all up in his shit all last year.
Yeah, it almost feels like that was him. He did sort of disappear into the background, and that was sort of him saying, hey, I'm not this. He is making these dumb moves, and he's not giving anyone any. And that's why Spytek is still here, and Pete Carroll's gone.
Right, yeah.
So, yeah, I think there was a clear issue with who the fuck is who's running the ship here. And clearly Pete Carroll was an overbearing oaf, and he was too damn old. So there.
And I think Spytek stepped in with 3 weeks left to go in the season or whatever, and all of a sudden we started seeing young guys get playing time. We saw Max Crosby get sit down. I think if he didn't exercise that control, if that wasn't Mark Davis going like, hey, John, listen, this is going to be your gig next year. Our buddy Pete's probably not going to be around to see it. Go ahead and make the call on what we're going to do with this roster in terms of playing time. I think there was a power play that happened there. And there's no evidence to me that it wasn't, because of how demonstrative the Raiders have been now in the offseason, going like, nope, this is John Spytek's baby. Yeah. He's going to run it. And I know that there's the quote, working with Tom Brady and the collaboration with Tom Brady, whatever. I think that it's let me run this by you. Yeah. I don't think it's Tom going like, here's what you need to do, John. I don't think that's the case. I think this is Spytek running things by an advisor, somebody that's a trusted confidant, just something like, hey, here's what I'm thinking. You got any thoughts on it? Just like, the three of us would do. Just be like, hey, here's kind of something I'm thinking. What do you guys think? Is this worth trying? Shit, we did it tonight. Yeah. When we were talking about some of the stuff with the new show, it's like, hey, here's an idea that we had, but don't know if it's going to work. What are your guys' thoughts? Is it worth trying out of the gate? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's the Tom Brady role to John Spytek. I think that he's clearly the guy that's handling business.
Agreed.
All right. Hit a break, Swag Jeff, and then let's talk about free agents.
Nobody enjoyed a good Donnybrook more than sixth-year linebacker Phil Villapiano.
This is Phil Villapiano, and you're listening to Raiders Fan Radio.
Hey, it's time for FanDuel.
Oh, please.
Oh, my gosh, man.
Give us a FanDuel and make it long.
Hey, can do.
We don't just want the tip of FanDuel.
Oh my gosh. So man, I'm missing football, man. I'm missing it already, Michelle. Same. And because I don't like lock in to other sports the way I do Raider football, man. Same. And so, but I also love making money. Yeah, I love what I mean? Money. So yeah, so our friends at FanDuel, they offer more than just football. If you didn't know, if you've been living under a rock. So tonight there's some NBA games tonight. Yep. There's some NBA games, which I'm not big on the NBA.
Yeah, me neither.
But
if it can make some money.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. So we're going to lock into the Spurs and the Raptors tonight. Okay. So the Spurs and the Raptors tonight. The Spurs are a 6.5 point favorite tonight, and it's all about Wemby. It's all about Wemby. We're going to build a Wemby parlay for you guys tonight. So we have Wemby going 25 plus points. Okay. Murf, it's all about Wemby tonight.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, it's all about Wemby. So the Spurs are, like I said, are a 6.5 point favorite. Okay. So Wemby, we're gonna bet for him to go 25 or more points. We're gonna bet for Wemby to have 2 or more threes. Oh. We're gonna bet that Wemby has 12 or more rebounds, and we're gonna bet that Wemby has 3 or more blocks. So you put all 4 of those together, that is a plus 624 from our friends at FanDuel. So yeah, man. And I wasn't familiar with Wemby's game.
Oh, he's a beast, dude.
He's a beast, and he's like 8'6" or something like that. I mean, he'd make you look like a toddler.
Don't exaggerate. He's 8'4".
But like seriously, like he makes you look like a toddler. Like
for real.
It's
No,
unbelievable. He's a freaking big dude, man. So let's bet on that and do it responsibly and only with our friends at FanDuel.
Las Vegas, a city without a pro football team, in a world gone mad. What can we do about it? Acquire the most desired franchise in sports history? Sin City, lost wages, home of the Elvis weddings, and 24-hour debauchery. But finally, a match made in heaven. The Oakland Raiders have landed in the desert with the Death Star as their home. And to celebrate beyond your imagination, has come 3 individuals hosting the most irreverent show while paying homage to the storied history of this franchise. Raiders Fan Radio with Murf, Swaggy J, and Michelle, taking a lighter side journey into the dark side.
You mentioned that you've been able to take a look at the tape. The Raiders have made a lot of investment on the offensive line with draft picks over the last few years. When you see that group, I know it's been a struggle and there's been some injuries, but do you see something to work with the current players that are on the roster?
I do. I see, obviously you had some stability at both tackle spots. You got some young picks and with JPJ, with Caleb. It's a work in progress. Still learning all the guys, but still kind of catching up on last season and what they've done. But what I do know is that we're going to have we have a clear teaching style. I've been around whether it was New Orleans or Seattle or Minnesota. I've seen Rick Dennison get the best out of his guys, and the main thing is that we get them all playing together, and that comes with teaching our system. So the quicker we can get them up to date with the language, with the verbiage, with our play style, then the more they can get reps together and communicate together, then that's when they start improving. So I do like the guys that we got, and we're always looking to get better.
All right, there is your coach, Clint Kubiak, talking about what they're going to do with the offensive line. So I got the list of the NFL Network's top 50 free agents, and I just went through and just highlighted the offensive linemen because I think that this is where I'm not saying the Raiders aren't going to draft any offensive linemen in this draft, but we just focused 2 third-round picks on in last year's draft on 2 offensive linemen done by John Spytek. And so I think that those guys in Charles Grant and Caleb Rogers, I think that we're going to see a lot more impact from those 2 young men. I think that we're going to see JPJ, his utilization. I think that go back, whether that's at center or at guard. I'd like to kind of see him at center just because I'd love to see him at center. I think it's a more natural position for him, but there's some, especially because in the league, there's kind of a shortage of really good centers. And so, but anyways, all that said, I think the bang for the buck is gonna come in free agency, and they're gonna need to beef this thing up. Like that's something that we're gonna clearly have to do. I think a lot of it was coaching last year. I think that the volatility of Pete Carroll's quote compete situation where it was like these guys didn't know who was going to be playing week in and week out. And I don't think that that's a healthy thing. I think that you can introduce that concept in the offseason and in training camp. Like, yeah, best man wins. Like, sure. Like, yeah, the NFL's a meritocracy. You want to have your best group out there. But if your best group is fluid, then there's never an opportunity for them to gel. And when I say that, we heard from Taylor Lewan one time. I'll never forget this. He was talking one time about offensive lines playing together. And I asked him the question. I'm like, how important was it for you to be with the same 4 other guys on the same line? And he said, it's kind of an overrated concept. He said that while it's important that you have to be able to communicate with the guy next to you, remember this? You have to communicate with the guy next to you, and you have to know that everybody else understands their assignment and has to know what to do with their job. Who that guy necessarily is on playing and playing out wasn't necessarily as important to me, but the room had to be consistent. So what that means is that if I'm playing left tackle and Jeff is the left guard, I got to have Jeff as the left guard or the next guy that plays left guard to come in and relief of Jeff. I got to know that that's the left guard. These guys were moving up and down the line all year long. So you have this constant churn. So there was never an opportunity for the room to gel because there was volatility in who was going to play where.
Right.
So it's a flawed concept, that whole idea of compete through the course of the season. Does that make sense, Michelle?
Yeah.
Like, and I never heard that before in that context, because like when you talk to guys like Lincoln Kennedy, who we've talked to, who's clearly a freaking stud offensive lineman, he talked about being with Mo Sims and those guys and like the importance of their consistent 5 being together. But as the league has evolved from just the early 2000s, from when Lincoln played, into Taylor Lewan, a guy that semi-recently was the highest paid left tackle in all of freaking the NFL, was saying that like it wasn't so much as long as they could communicate and they were consistent in position. That's what counted.
Are there teams that do that? Or was that something that Pete Carroll was implementing did he used to do that? Like, where did that idea originate?
That's a great question. I don't, because I'm not familiar enough with the Seattle offensive line combos over the years, and I'm not familiar, frankly, with enough of, I know the star players of other teams, like, I know of like, Slater for the, for the Chargers or whatever. Like, I know the other teams in our players in our division on those offensive lines.
Totally.
But I couldn't tell you who the starting 5 linemen are for the,
It just seems like such a weird thing to do. Like so I'm just curious, like what triggered that? What made them think that was going to be a good idea? It does seem
well,
well, I feel like in a lot of like you got to have your position. You got to know where. Taylor said that I need to know who's playing where. That guy needs to know where he's playing.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, another conversation.
And not that you can't have like a swing tackle, like a guy that's capable of playing both sides. But that's if I'm the right tackle, I'm Jack Conklin. But if Taylor gets hurt, I can swing over and play the left side.
Exactly.
Where like Taylor was not a swing.
Exactly.
He said that his words.
That's what I was about to tell you.
You say it.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, he said I would because we asked him. We were like, hey, we've got a pretty solid left tackle in Colt Miller. Why don't you come and play the right? He was like, dude, that'd be like writing with my other hand, like wiping my ass with the other hand,
or brushing my teeth,
or what? Like it's just foreign. Like it's like I couldn't do it. I would literally have to do everything backwards. Like I couldn't do it. And so bringing in JPJ, having him at center, and then moving him over here to guard, and then moving over here to the other side at guard, and all that. And same with Jordan Meredith. He was playing center, and then he started playing guard when the Putnam got put at center, and all. Kappa was another. You're not going to have stability on the offensive line if you're doing nothing but moving them around to see where they're fit best. Like, no, man, these dudes are grown men. They're professional athletes. They know where they are going to shine. So just let them lean into that and play their position.
Absolutely. And again, there's nothing wrong with having guys that can do multiple positions. And I think that's an important part of nowadays in the NFL. Like, you got to be able to fill in, like, especially on an offensive line. Like, if you're a center and the guard goes down and there's a pretty good backup center, well, then you got to be able to kick over to guard and handle business. Like, I get it, like, that there's value in that, but to just have it be constant throughout the course of the season, I think it was a huge detriment, and that's 100% coaching. So all that said, I think that this offensive line isn't quite as bad as what we think they might be. I think that there's definitely more talent with solid, consistent coaching than what we saw last year. And it all is going to start with our new offensive line coach in Rick Dennison. And in conjunction with that, John Spytek's got to get us some damn talent. Mm-hmm. And I think that while you certainly could exercise some more draft picks to create depth, I think that it's going to come in free agency, and it's going to start right here. So I've got that list, NFL top 50 free agents, and there's a handful of guys in here. The number one name on Raider Nation's mind is who, Jeff?
What is it, Lindenbaum?
There you go, Tyler Lindenbaum, 26 years old, dynamic in the running game. He's a top 10 center for the Ravens. Some pass protection struggles, but won't stop him from being the highest paid center. All right, now, if you're the Las Vegas Raiders, do you want to sign a guy that's going to be the highest paid center? I don't know. Worked out pretty well with Rodney Hudson. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I'm not opposed to it. And that's the name that everybody loves, but it's because he's the most talented guy out there at that position. But again, if you've got JPJ, is center then where you want to blow it out? Like, I don't know. Maybe JPJ gets center and you want to blow it out for a guard, got Elijah Vera Tucker is out there, 27 years old, borderline Pro Bowl guard, but when he's healthy, because he's coming off of a torn triceps. It's not a long-term worrisome injury, so it's an outstanding buy low candidate. Like, that's something like, okay. And wasn't he a freaking Buccaneer?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so Spytek's got familiarity there. Like, here's one of the guys I really like, and no one's talking about these guys. the entire Browns offensive line are free agents, which is funny.
Oh.
Yeah,
But then
has that ever happened
Damn.
before?
not that I can remember.
That's
Speaking
wild.
of Jack Conklin,
That's wild.
that
all
is.
5 of them.
Yeah.
Are, unrestricted free agents.
Yikes.
But there's 2 of the Buffalo Bills guys,
Okay.
and the Bills had a badass offensive line, man.
Yeah,
Those guys
just
are
ask James
studs.
Cook.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yep.
And so David Edwards, who's an offensive guard, consistent plus starter at guard, one of the best free agent signings in recent years for the Bills. That would be 29 years old.
Yep.
Like that's a guy, veteran leadership. Like that's the I think that would be a good one for the Raiders. Rasheed Walker. I'm not trying to sell you on all that. I'm just giving you the list of all the
totally,
the top
totally,
free
yeah.
agents. So this isn't me trying to sell each one of these guys. Rasheed Walker, offensive tackle, 26 years old, 7th round pick, fended off challengers in Green Bay, league average starting left tackle. Remember this guy? Jermaine Illuminor.
Oh, jeez.
Improved from part-time to consistent pass protecting right tackle. I don't think that's going to happen. Connor McGovern can be an inside. Here you go. Inside offensive lineman, can play either side. Proposed pairing with Edwards to fix interior line like the Raiders could, according to frickin' NFL.com. How cool would that be to sign both the Buffalo guys? You know what I mean?
There you go.
And then you know what? Again, I'm not trying to sell you a point. I'm just giving you an example here, Raider Nation. I don't think we need any more than 2 offensive linemen in free agency.
No.
I think that if you were to sign 2 guys like that you've still got Colton, we still got JPJ, we still got a developing DJ Glaze,
Yep.
like we still got and if you've got a good guard next to DJ Glaze, he's not on a goddamn island all the time. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
So
100%.
I don't think we're as far off as maybe just 1 or 2 guys, especially those 2. I would love to see that. The 2 Buffalo guys.
That'd be
Wouldn't
cool.
that be cool?
That'd be cool as hell. Yeah.
Just to give you a couple extras here, Zion Johnson, 26 years old, developed into a complete guard, best on the left side, praised by Harbaugh. Isaac Somalo, 32 years old, probably a little old for us. Best football it was in Pittsburgh the last 3 seasons. Here, according to them, it's odd that the Steelers haven't re-signed him. For 32 years old, you wouldn't think he'd be expensive. Another center choice would be Cade Mays, who drew praise as a fill-in starter in 2025. Last 2, Braden Smith, close to retirement before his play dipped after a neck injury. And then last one, this is interesting. One of the Cleveland guys, Wyatt Teller. He's a guard. Huge success in Cleveland. Said goodbye after a confusing 2025 with a benching and an injury. Good years ahead of him for his age. So, interesting stuff there, man. Like, I think there's a lot of options for the Raiders. And, you know, the good thing about, unless you're Tyler Lindenbaum, these guys aren't expensive. Interior guards and shit. It's not like you're spending $20 million a year on these guys. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. No, give me the, I love that idea. The concept of the 2 Buffalo guys and then still having a bunch of extra money to play with to go and grab some linebackers, maybe a wide receiver, you know, I mean, because we still have a lot of holes to fill. I mean, offensive line is, you know, the clear-cut number 1, most glaring one. But like if we were able to do something like that on a deal and then still have plenty of money to play with, like that's what's up.
I think because if you do that, Michelle, if you spend in free agency on the offensive line, maybe on the defensive line, I don't know, but I feel like you could address the rest, like the secondary and like those things. You can do that in this year's draft because this draft is strong in wide receivers. It's strong in the secondary, right? Quarterback. There's really only one glaring choice, but we got that under control. Like it seems like in the draft, the other positions of need for us are the strength of this year's draft. So just like so many other things that we've talked about this season, Michelle, it's like that everything's coming together in a way that's favorable. It's like another thing in the cascading series of events that's gone in the Raiders' favor. And we'll see how it plays out because we've got to get to free agency first before we get to the draft. And so save me your mock drafts. I know you people love your mock drafts, but you got to get through free agency first. But wouldn't that be nice if this continued to unfold in the way it has?
With all the money that they've got, free agency and the draft, it really does feel like so many, like, because everybody's like, oh, the Raiders have so many needs. Yeah, and so many needs can be addressed on top of the players that have been drafted that maybe just need better coaching and development to step up to the level that they need to step up to. It does feel like a ton of things can actually be addressed over the course of the next few months.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Any other big positions that you'd like to see? I know you just mentioned, just rattled off a few there, but I don't know if I can pull the list back out again and we can go through it, but like, if you had to pick, I'll ask each of you, if you had to pick one other position to really lock up, like what is that you would want to see them address in free agency? Like wide receiver, corner, like whatever. I mean, I'll get the list back out here.
No, it's okay.
Like not even specific players. Just give me like
sure.
Like George Pickens. Well, he got franchise tag, right?
Did he?
I think so. I thought he got franchise tag, but like Jalen Phillips, like he's the number 3 player on this list. That's an edge rusher. You put him on the opposite side of Max Crosby. Holy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like those kind of guys. Alec Pierce is another one.
He's the name that's floated around.
Wide receivers. You know what I mean? Like that's a big one. Hendrickson is going to be out there. There's another edge player to go along with Max. Then you got Devin Lloyd, your 3-down linebacker, Michelle. There's a guy for you there. You know, Kenneth Walker is one that, because they've come out and said they're going to sign a fullback, they're going to sign a running back. But I don't know if you're going to blow out the bank on Kenneth Walker to pair him up with Ashton Genty. I don't see that. But anyways, give me an idea of like where your head's at for, you know, is it Rashid? Spit it out for me. Thank you.
Yeah.
Spit it out for me.
No. I mean, I'm really thinking we got to really dig in on corner. You know, I think that's
like
really
Dean.
Well, there you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%. You know, I mean, you look at that. I mean, I think you bring back, I love Eric Stokes. I think you bring him back, and I think he's a fantastic number 2, but I think we've got to find a 1. And I don't know if you get that on free agency or if you get that in the second round of the draft or whatever. You know, but like, you know, that one is a big glaring need, I think, you know, and then you have, you know, Darian Porter still in the background, you know, developing and all that as well. DeCamerion Richardson. Yeah, I mean, there's still players there, but I think we need one more piece there. So yeah, that's a glaring need for me. What about you, Michelle?
I mean, I love secondary. I would love to see them really strong. But I feel like, and obviously, you know, I don't keep up a ton, but having a rookie quarterback, I feel like center would be one of the most important positions for him to lock in with and grow with, like over the years, right? I mean,
yeah, sure.
Yes. So I mean,
look at what Rodney Hudson was for Derek.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. So if not a corner, then I think that's probably the most important thing is to figure that out.
Absolutely. Well, and there's some good corners out there. I mean, we got Alontae Taylor. You got out there. I'm gonna throw you a name. This will be fun. Actually, there's 2. I'm gonna throw you my brain one and my fan one.
Okay.
I would love to see Clavian Chason come back. And play on the opposite side of Max. I would love to see that.
Would love it.
Here's my fan one, and this is where I've thought numerous times over my Raider fandom how much of an opportunity was missed to pair up Khalil Mack and Max Crosby on the same line in a 3-4 defense. Like, it's just like, I know Max, 35 years old or whatever the heck he is going to be. Like, let us bust those jerseys out one more time, man.
Yep.
Like, I would love to see Khalil Mack back in the silver and black.
Is that I mean,
sure, he's unrestricted free agent.
Okay. Okay. God, that would be.
Wouldn't that be
That would
badass?
be a dream for Raider Nation. I feel like.
Yes.
Yeah.
And how old is he now, you said?
I think he's 34, 35, something like that.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, shit, Von Miller's still playing.
I was gonna
he's
say,
38 or 9 or some shit like that.
Yeah. But I mean, you know,
he doesn't have to be in on every play.
Right.
It's a guy you can have come in on 3rd down. You know what I mean? Have him come in and just freaking feast, man. Close out games for us like he used to. Like, oh my God.
Holy cow.
I thought you were going to say Derek Carr.
Jeff, take us to break, and Michelle, you're off the show.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Don't ever do that shit again.
This is Dennis Haysford, and you're listening to Raiders Fan.
Remember when Michelle was cool?
I remember when you liked her.
I was the favorite child. Not anymore.
No, you're number 3 now.
How cool is that?
That's amazing. I mean, we're in good hands.
Hey, I can write that off my taxes, man. I usually get about $50,000 for that.
Hey, Raider Nation, this is Max Crosby from the Oakland Raiders.
And goes down, and Max Crosby, who forced a fumble last week.
You're listening to Raiders Fan Radio. Thank you so much. Just win, baby.
All right, so speaking of Max Crosby, I had an audio bite loaded and stuff, but we're gonna skip right through this. We're just gonna make this real brief because I don't. It feels like it's low hanging fruit at this point.
Mm-hmm.
When John Spytek was asked on SiriusXM at the podium this week, leading into the combine, about Max Crosby, he completely dismissed. He said, "We are not looking to trade Max Crosby." I'm paraphrasing, but it was like, "We're not looking to trade Max Crosby." And other teams have tried. We know the Jets called. The Jets general manager came out. Darren Moogie is his name. Jets general manager came out and said, "Nope, I've called John, and they're not really interested in doing it." Like, you're hearing it not only from our team, but other teams. And when Spytek was pressed on it, he was like, "Yeah, people keep asking." But he goes, his words were, "I feel like my superpower is listening. So I just listen to what it is that they have to say and kind of move on from it." Some people took that as like, "Oh, listen, he's listening to offers." Listen, you're always going to, as a general manager, if you're a responsible general manager, you're always going to answer the phone. If you don't, ask Tom Telesco, you get fired. Like, you have to answer the phone. Now, you may dismiss it and you may blow it off and you may move on to something else quickly, and that's fair. But in business, you have to be at least willing to hear, because if you get a dummy ass offer from a team, you'd probably consider moving Max. But outside something obnoxious, they're not interested in trading him. He's not interested in moving on. So it's a dead story at this point. So stop asking the poor guy and Max the same goddamn question different ways over and over and over again. It's low-hanging fruit. So that's all I got to say. To me, and I feel like I was one of the first ones on microphone to start bringing this shit up. And that was almost 6 months ago. I started bringing that stuff up. We started asking people. You know what I'm saying? We started asking our sources if that were to be a possibility. If some, and was like, well, yeah, sure. I mean, it would make, because of the position the Raiders were in at the time. Like, there's a business, reason to justify doing it.
Right.
But after everybody going out of their way, Clint Kubiak, John Spytek, Max Crosby, shooting it down. Kubiak today saying that, like, I can't wait to get to work with Max. I'm looking forward to it. I've talked to him a handful of times. I'm looking forward to getting to work. Like, what else do you want him to say?
Right.
Like, can we just, I think that one's got to be done, right? Here, I feel like I'm talking right too much about it.
I think so too, man. And John Spytek said it himself, when you have an elite player in the building, you don't let him leave. You keep him around. And you have a guy that's an elite player, Max Crosby, and you want to build around that guy. Not to mention that this guy, until Fernando Mendoza grows into his own, Max is still the face of the franchise, and he epitomizes a Raider. We've said it till we're blue in the face. And everyone that's listening to the show knows this guy he's what a Raider is. And I think you mentioned it on your 8-minute raid that, like, he epitomizes what it means to be a Raider more than anyone in a really long time.
Since Woodson.
Woodson, yeah.
I would say since Woodson's second stint, Michelle, that it's Max. And Rich Eisen was talking about this on his show the other day. He was like, kind of saying the same thing. And then Rich brought up the point too. He's like, okay, so say you do make a move. Okay, say you do trade Max Crosby and you move him for, quote, all this draft capital. What is the number one thing on the general manager's mind going to be in the draft? We got to find the next Max Crosby. Yeah. So why the shit would you even entertain it unless, again, it was an offer that you couldn't refuse?
Yeah, it seems like, though, like, if you're a bad team, every offseason, your best player is on the trading block. Like, everybody always makes it that it just becomes the story. And, yeah, it's got to be infuriating having to answer the same question in different ways to the point where, and, of course, yeah, they're always listening. Everything has a price. Like, if someone came in and offered, an insane, yeah, you're going to listen to that offer. But I feel like they've said it a million ways that they intend to have Max in the building and on the team in the upcoming season. But it doesn't seem to be good enough there. It's like they're constantly trying to catch them saying something where they can run a story and clip that little bit of what they say. It's just it's got to be so frustrating.
Yeah.
Well,
the questions that sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say
they're
that
absurd.
I pay a lot of attention to the way people move, their body language, and I pay a lot of attention to the word choices. Right. What we didn't hear out of John Spytek was, well, right now Max is a Raider.
Exactly.
At this time, Max is a Raider, so we're just focused on that.
Yeah.
You didn't hear that type of thing. And that's the kind of shit you hear. That's the kind of shit you heard from one of the previous regimes before we traded Devontae Adams.
Oof, yeah.
Right now, Devontae's a Raider. We're just focused on that. Like, that's the kind of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, that's not, Spytek is not, Spytek says, we don't want to move Max.
Yeah.
We want Max to be a Raider. Not, we don't want to be Max to be a Raider, but he's, whatever. We've got him right now or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
There's no hedge. The only hedge is that he's saying, well, we're always going to listen. Because that's the responsible fucking thing to do, is to always be open. It doesn't mean that you're actively doing it.
Exactly. Yeah, no. And you brought that up, Michelle. Like, the questioning was just, I feel like it's a broken record. We say this all the time, and I understand that they are trying to get a story, try to find something to grasp onto or whatever. But the questions that they ask, they even straight up ask him, hey, so what's your draft board look like?
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm not going to tell you that.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, what are you talking about?
Yeah. What's your plan in free agency?
Yeah.
Remember, did you hear that?
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah,
what are you doing?
What are you talking about? Yeah, what are you talking about? And they keep throwing at him like, hey, so when Fernando Mendoza comes to the team, and he's like, yeah, hey, Fernando's a great player and all that, but he's not going to show his hand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, come on, man, don't try to get him to.
It's
so it is, and I, like you guys are saying too. Like, I understand that reporters have a job to do, and listen. And we're critical of our own beat reporters for not pressing Raider brass and not pushing whatever. But it's like, come on, man. Like, it's the low hanging fruit.
Yeah.
Is it like, that's the stuff that gets me. Cause it's like, once it's been addressed, then it's like, come on, man. Like,
let's move on to something different.
Like,
you phrasing the question different is not going to get a different response.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that and this is where it's interesting because you have beat reporters who are intimately familiar with the workings of the Raider organization. They know the coaches, they know the rest of the staff, they know the players, they know the facility, they know all that stuff, but don't press them because they're in fear for their, whatever, their access, okay? And then you have national reporters who don't have an intimate familiarity with the team, so then they ask the low-hanging fruit questions. What's the headline question? The headline question is, the Raiders want to move on from Max Crosby, or Max Crosby doesn't want to be a Raider. So that's the shit that they focus on.
Yeah.
So it's like, I wish we had like a hybrid of people that like understood the Raiders at an organizational and player level and were willing to press John Spy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it'd be nice to have both.
Yeah. Yes.
So, yeah, we'll submit our application.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, Swag Jeff. Let's hear from HTO and then take us to the Sea of Fans mailbag.
Okay.
We want to shout out the good folks at HTO. We thank them very, very much for their support of not only this show, but the upcoming shows on the Murf's Fan Cave Network.
Need some refreshment? Sip Real. At HTO, you can dive into dozens of flavors of real and real refreshing iced tea. Mix and match your faves or grab a gallon to go. HTO. Real tea, real refreshing.
HTO. It fucks hard.
Thank you, HTO, and thank you to our buddy Justin Marmon, who's in there. Hey. Perfect timing.
Yeah.
Hey, boss. Justin with a $20 donation to the One Nation Foundation says, this show sucks. The 8-minute raid and Just Grin Baby are way better. Way to carry to the boys, Michelle. Absolutely. Michelle always does the heavy lifting around here because, you know what I mean? For keeping us straight. And also...
Slow down.
Speaking of clinching.
Take it easy.
But also, I think we had some other super chats in there. Shout those out, please.
Okay, well, you just read that one. So
Okay, well, yeah, I got
okay.
Justin's, yeah.
Raider Rick with a $5 super chat. Doesn't it feel like these NFL reporters are taking a hard copy National Enquirer approach nowadays?
Boom.
It really
there you
does.
go. There it
really
is.
does.
There it is.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you for
Was
that
there-
donation.
I think
Rick.
that was it.
Yeah, and I saw
we have some
earlier in the
memberships
show.
come in.
Earlier in the show, Yoshi gifted 5 memberships,
yes.
which is
Oh,
that's
yeah.
awesome, man.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother.
Appreciate that. So, yeah, if you want to become a member, you can do that just by hitting the button there.
Yeah, press that damn button.
Press that damn button. Costs you $5 a month, and you get your name in green. You get some cool emojis and all kinds of good stuff in there.
Yeah,
And
we're
you
gonna have to
and you get
add some
bragging
more
rights, man.
There you go, and we got to add more emojis for the Just Grin Baby. We need some more stuff in there for that.
Well,
yeah.
we're not gonna have a live chat for that.
Oh yeah, I guess not.
Yeah.
Well, but
Womp
but you can still hang out with the chat.
But we could do Just Grin Baby emojis that you could be popping over here to put on radio.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
100%. 100%.
Crossover.
Yeah, we're gonna be like freaking Laverne and Shirley and Happy Days over here.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Or what was Sanford and Son a spinoff of?
Oh.
Wasn't it?
I.
Because Jeffersons are spun off of Archie Bunker.
Right.
What was some other big crossover events? It's a big. I always think of Laverne and Shirley and Happy Days.
Yeah,
that was
that
like the
was
big
a
one.
big one. Yeah. Well,
I don't know.
You don't know, Jeff.
I don't know.
He doesn't know.
He definitely doesn't know. Yeah, I'm trying to think of like something that's more like in the last 30 years. Because nothing spun off of Cheers, nothing spun off of Seinfeld. Like,
Oh, wasn't Frasier a spinoff of Cheers?
Yes.
oh, it
Yeah,
sure was.
yeah,
Yes. Good
yeah,
call.
yeah.
It was.
Good call. Frasier was a
God,
spinoff of
Frasier's a
Cheers.
great
Yeah.
show, great show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good one. Good pull.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nicely done.
There you go. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of some other ones. Yeah, and I don't.
Because like I know that like there's that George and Margie's second marriage or whatever. That's that new one, and it's a spinoff of like Young Sheldon, and Young Sheldon's a spinoff of
yeah.
Big
I don't
Bang
even
Theory.
know what
Theory.
you're talking about. I've not. I
Yeah,
don't
I've
know.
never watched it, but I
What
just see the
is?
commercials coming
Yeah,
on.
no, I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah. Because nothing spun off a Modern Family.
They tried to spin off Friends. Remember, they tried to do the show Joey.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
and I don't even know if it ever made it to air.
But I remember that.
do
Yeah,
remember
kinda
that.
remember
Yeah.
that.
Uh-huh.
Did anything spin off of 2.5 Men?
They just redid
so.
2.5
That's
Men.
right.
They just
yeah.
redid that.
They just
Oh,
redid it. They
Ashton Kutcher
killed.
brought
They,
him
didn't they
in.
kill off?
They killed off Charlie.
And brought in
Kutcher.
Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah, I quit watching it. I don't. Well, and I never watched that stuff when it was live, but Valerie really likes those shows, like Modern Family, and so
Yeah.
I've gotten back and watched them with her. Oh my gosh,
Modern Family's a funny show.
funny shit,
is
man! I love Modern
funny.
Family.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a
yeah.
great
I think
show.
they. I
good
think they're
show.
coming out with a spin-off of The Office,
You're right.
like called like Paper or something
Yes.
like that.
You're right. They sure are.
That they're
Yeah.
doing. I don't even know if it's released yet, but like they just started it.
Yeah, that's
and
a
it's
good,
the same concept.
That's a good call out.
Paul said Mork and Mindy was from Happy Days.
That's
I
sure
don't
right.
remember that.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't even remember
Yes,
that.
it sure was. Good call,
Oh, yeah,
Paul.
it is.
After MASH was a spinoff of MASH. Absolutely. Mama's Family was from Carol's Burnett
Oh,
show.
that's right.
There you go.
Oh my
That's
God,
a good
Mama's
one.
Oh, and then
Family
who?
is a good show.
Ron said House of Dragon and all that stuff. So all those things that spun off of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Night of the Seven Kingdoms is part of that. Yeah, absolutely. Are you guys watching any of those?
I'm not.
We're watching Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Well, it just ended. It's cool, man. I had a little
You
bit.
said they were little quick hits, like little 30-minute episodes.
30-minute
or something like
shows,
that?
man.
Nice,
Yeah, yeah. And I felt like it kind of tried to figure out what it was gonna be, and then it took it a minute, but then it got there. But Valerie and I are both kind of, because we both love Game of Thrones. Like, I mean,
Oh, sure.
we're junkies for Game of
Yeah.
Thrones. Like, we both absolutely love that show. And so for this one, I think it just kind of missed. But what we understand that we're in the minority in that opinion. That like, because I'm just like hearing from, even like our buddy Jeff Murphy loves Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Ron was like,
Loves
this
it.
show is phenomenal. And I'm like, I really like it. Like, I really, really like it. But it doesn't, to me, it's like Thrones is just so huge and
Yeah.
epic. And
Oh, one of the newest ones, Blue Bloods, the Danny Reagan, he's
Okay.
doing a spinoff. He's moves to like Boston or something. So it's like Boston Blue or
Oh,
something like
okay.
that.
I never
think
watched
it's
Blue Bloods.
brand new. I really like Blue Bloods.
You do?
It's like
Okay.
one, you know, those shows you just put on and it's like just in the background.
just there.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, it's got a little spinoff. I don't know. Who knows
Okay.
how well it'll do because it literally just, I think it might be in its first season.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's because there's a different, to me, like there's a spinoff and then there's like crossover.
Yeah, it's a spinoff because it's just him. Because it's Danny Wahlberg, I think's his name.
Donnie Wahlberg?
Donnie.
Marky Mark's older brother.
Donnie. He's Danny in the show. Danny Reagan in the show. But yeah, so it's just him. It's kind of like what Frasier did with Cheers. Yeah.
Okay.
So he's going
that's
to be a
true
detective
one where
there.
like,
yeah.
like you look at like the Taylor Sheridan shows. So you have like Yellowstone, right? And then you have like the prequels to Yellowstone. So you have like 1883, 1923, like whatever. So it's all the same universe, but there's not Sam Elliott's not on Yellowstone or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of stuff. So
yeah. This is just him, Donnie Wahlberg going and doing. I think it's Boston Blue.
Okay. Oh, right on. All right.
Nice.
What's Beverly Hills 90210 and Melrose Place.
Oh, that's right.
Good
Lamont
pull. Who was
loved
that?
90210.
Did he really?
Yeah, he sure did. Yeah, he did.
I watched
He's gonna be like,
90210, but I loved Melrose Place.
Yeah.
Because Heather Locklear. I was like,
There you
well,
go.
Saved by the Bell had us. Didn't they go to remember like
Oh,
two
did
of
they
them?
like
They went
after
to
the bell
college
or
something.
whatever, some
Like
shit?
they went to college or something like that.
All right.
Screech and Co. or something. I don't know.
It was some ridiculous that nobody watched. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
After Screech.
Yeah.
All right.
Is Screech still alive? Yeah,
No,
Screech is
no,
dead,
no,
right?
No, he's long
passed.
dead,
He's
man.
been a
He
while.
died a long time, like 20
Yeah,
years
he
ago.
did,
That's what I thought. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Fly High King.
Yeah, Dustin Diamond, right?
Dustin Diamond. That's right.
There you go.
People used to say he was related to Mike D of Beastie Boys, Michael Diamond.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think so though. I think that was just like a urban myth or legend or whatever the hell you call it. I don't know how much legendary I'd
Yeah, I was going to say legend
attached
might
to
be
Screech.
a bit of a stretch. But
Mike D, legend. Screech,
absolute
not so
legend.
much.
Yeah,
There
not
you
so
go.
much Screech. Yeah.
There you go.
He probably started that rumor.
He probably started that.
Yeah.
One of my favorite lines of Beastie Boys songs when he goes, "Is your name Michael Diamond?" He goes, "Nah, my name's Clarence." All right, go ahead, Swag Jeff. Hit the Sea of Fans.
There he is, fading, looking. He's under the gun. He's caught, he throws. It is!
Ron the Materator says Geno Smith is a spinoff of Jamarcus Russell.
Well done, Ron.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like in Scooby Doo when they pull the mask off.
let's
it's
see
the
who he
same
really
person.
is.
It's the same
Uh-huh.
person. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh my gosh.
I can wait till he's gone.
Yeah, not like Screech. We don't want you dead or nothing.
No,
but like,
just not a Raider. Yeah, I'm not wishing
There
death
you
on
go.
anybody. It's just
There you go.
no longer a Raider.
Yeah. Kubiak's going to have the opportunity to cut him twice.
Oh,
Oh,
no
yeah.
shit.
Isn't that awesome?
He's like, God, why do you keep
He's like,
following
yeah,
me?
hey, bro, leave me alone.
I said leave. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right, so here in the Sea of Fans mailbag, this is where we hear from more of you because more of you and less of us is a good thing. And you can call the show at 909-345-3346. That's 909-345-3346. Or you can email the show. And you can email the show at show, which is SHOW, at RaidersFanRadio.com. And if we read your email in indefinite, well, we're on the clock. If we read your email in an indefinite amount of times, you can become the next made man or made maiden here at Raiders Fan Radio. Or if we play your message 3 or more times, you could become a made man or made maiden that way. And Michelle has the honor of reading your emails. And Michelle, who do we have tonight?
Okay, first we have Ernesto, and he actually, this is a week ago, but it's still relevant.
Sure, yeah, some of our voicemails are from like a week or so
yeah.
ago too. Yeah.
What's up, guys? Your trusted RFR correspondent in Mexico City here, reporting the state of the Raider Nation from this side of the border. First of all, the flame of hope has been lit in the nation. Not the Delulu vibes that we had last season, but a true hope of building layers needed. Yeah, Delulu. He sure did. Yeah. But a true hope of building the layers needed to have success in the long term. Have you seen the whole coaching staff? It looks very well crafted with people very close to the development of great players in previous teams. From what I see, Kubiak is doing his part, and I'm confident that soon Spytek will do his via the draft and free agency. We've been following all this at El Camino Raider, and we built something that we're very proud of. And he gives a link. I might be able to link, put it on.
Put in our show notes or something.
Yeah,
or on a
show
comment.
Notes. Yeah, or
Throw it in a comment.
yeah. I want to hear your takes on the coaching staff, which we talked about earlier. guess what? There's a strong possibility that the game in Mexico City would be Niners versus Raiders. If that beautiful scenario plays out, go on and get those passports ready because you have to come and let me be your host. Full food experience. Oh, hell yeah. Included from street food to established restaurants and all those magic juices that Swag Jeff drinks and gets wild AF. Sorry, Jeff. No corn sauce. Here, but we will blow your mind with other sales. Let's wait and see. Meanwhile, enjoy the off season and get ready because 2026 is going to be better than other years. I can feel it. And that was Ernesto.
Thank you, Ernesto.
Yeah.
Man, wouldn't that be a dream trip?
Oh, my gosh. Yes.
That would be a dream trip to go to Mexico City.
Yeah, the food. Oh, man. Yeah, that would be incredible. Next, we have Hooligan.
What's up, Hooligan?
Murf, Swaggo, Michelle. I'll keep it short like our win record last season. Set looks great. New intros. Awesome. The greatness of Murf's Fan Cave is in its future. Hooligan out.
Oh.
That's Hooligan. That's quick and to the point.
And thank you for that, Hooligan. We'd like to think that the greatness is in our future as well with our new projects coming online.
All right, next we have Raider-Roo. All right, so hello. I'm just sitting here at physical therapy having Raiders thoughts and nobody to receive them, so I'm forcing you guys to read them. I don't know how well this rebuild's going to work, but we'll definitely be much more patient with this approach than the previous. They've tried to shortcut the process with an ancient head coach and an old, overrated quarterback. I refuse to be patient with that approach when I knew the rebuild was needed. You better get results using that. You're better. Wow, I haven't even been drinking.
Wow.
I did have some coffee, though. I probably shouldn't have done that. No more trying to recreate the magic of the past or what used to work somewhere else. I like that. No guarantees with Kubiak, and that's okay. Give him time to see what he can do. Very curious to see the staff he's able to put together, especially the DC and O-line coach. Old Pete proved you can just put any moron with a heartbeat as your O-line coach. I'm confident Kubiak will make better choices. He's brought in Mike McCoy to be the assistant head coach. I see there's a decent amount of fans online that are upset about it. I get it. He didn't do great as a head coach with the Chargers. That doesn't mean he's not a good football coach. We've seen plenty of guys not make good head coaches, but still be very good assistants. He's got head coach experience, been a good offensive NFL coach. He can help Kubiak, not a bad hire. Max Crosby. Well, as just a fan, I would personally love for Crosby to be a career Raider. If that works out, I'll be happy about it. However, the players only have so much time available to play. Winning should be important. It's very possible that the Raiders and Crosby aren't on the same timeline. If they decide the best thing for the rebuild is to trade Crosby and acquire more picks, I'll completely understand that too. I'm a big Crosby fan, but I'm an even bigger Raiders fan. I want to be what's best for the Raiders, even if that means no more Crosby. We'll see how that plays out, but it feels like a trade is coming. Free agency. We know we will be drafting a quarterback, Mendoza, with the first pick. I think he'll probably start right away, but even if not, he will start on year one. We don't want to put a rookie quarterback behind a bad O-line. I really hope we are aggressive in free agency on the O-line. My hope is that they sign 2 upgrade O-line starters in free agency, right tackle and an interior offensive lineman. I like JPJ at center, but if they sign center, he'll be just fine at guard. Give Charles Grant another season or 2 as the swing tackle while he develops more. Then maybe he can take over one of the spots as Miller or the other season's free agency signing moves on. JJ Glaze could compete to be a depth, probably being moved inside. I see Rashid Shaheed as a popular want. I completely get that. He's a proven playmaker, speed threat, and return guy. He's been with Kubiak at 2 spots. I believe there's a connection. If they land him, he'd be awesome to get. However, if they don't, I really believe Trey Tucker can be used similar and be productive.
I think so too, Ru.
Yeah. For me, after O-line, anything else in free agency is a bonus. Maybe I'll have more defensive free agent thoughts as this goes, and we'll see who the DC is, but they can use help anywhere. The draft. Outside of tight end, I don't think there's any position they shouldn't be willing to draft, even running back if they find one later to back up Genty. Obviously, round 1 is going to be quarterback. After that, I think I want them to be heavy on defense. We already took 2 O-line's last draft, and if they're able to land 2 starters in free agency, then I don't think they need to make drafting O-line the priority. I normally think they should. I don't have specific players to target outside of Mendoza, just thoughts in general. Should be a very interesting offseason. I'm not ready to say I know it will work. I'm just happy it's an approach that can work, and I can be patient. Thanks for reading all of this, Raider-Roo.
Hey, Roo.
Next, we have Paul. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you're all well. Since we were last together, a few things have occurred. I enjoyed the Clint Kubiak press conference. He was focused and spoke well. He didn't promise anything he knows isn't possible yet, and there were no forced just win baby sound bites to try and curry favor with the fans. He seems to be all about results, and it was a good start. I also like the fact that John Spytek led the presser and Mark Davis kept himself at a respectful distance. I'm not going to pretend to know anything about our new coaching staff. I'll rely on others to educate me on them, but it's generally a youthful approach, which is what we wanted to see. We now need to let them do their thing and be patient. I have no preconceived ideas about them, and I wish them all the successes in the world. We must be doing something right because the media are discrediting our coaching moves and Fernando Mendoza. If any other team in the league had hired Coach Kubiak or was about to pick up a generational player like Mendoza, it would be all unicorns and rainbows. But seeing as it's the Raiders, some of the deadbeats in the NFL media are spewing their uneducated, biased, hate-filled reasons as to why it's all going to turn to shit. I get that they're paid to have a viewpoint, but if I were in their position, I'd like to think I'd research the situation beforehand, not just make up dumb shit on the spur of the moment. I'm cautiously optimistic about the way things are right now. I am more level-headed at this stage than in years gone by, but I'm very excited by what's to come, and I've hitched myself to the Swaggo wagon.
Hey!
Of course, there's a lot to do and a long way to go, but if you can't be excited now, when can you be? I read a quote earlier this week. Optimism isn't a belief that things will automatically get better. It's a conviction that we can make things better. The Max Crosby saga won't go. Yeah, that's a good quote.
That's a good quote.
The Max Crosby saga won't go away, and I'm bored shitless with it. We're at an early stage of our latest evolution, and we need 100% positivity with no sideshows or distractions. He needs to make a decision to stay or make an announcement to shut it all down. If I were Spytek, I'd give him a deadline to say what he wants to do because we can't have this crap dragging on through the summer. We're probably already putting a draft board together, so we need to know what's going on. Personally, I don't care what his circumstances are off the field. That's his business. I care about the Raiders, not his income. What I would say is that if you have any doubts about playing for the Raiders, you're no longer any of use to us. And finally, to whom it may concern, stop it with the DC coming back to the Raiders shit. Please don't start all that again. I'll lose my mind if we have to go through any more of that nonsense. Stay safe, RFR family. Love you, Raider Nation. His Lordship, the Royal Scribe, Paul Edgerton, Shropshire, Mississippi, Polly Award winner 2019-2022, Foggy Glasses Award winner 2020, Made Man of the Year 2024, RFR Maverick Award winner 2025, BRT Sizzler Scorekeeper, Proud Made Man,
five-time
times 5 winner of the Raiders Fan Radio BRT Sizzler Award.
There you go, Paul.
Boy, Paul.
Paul, your name Paul?
Paul.
I met him with Paul. Who? Paul.
Paul, yes, Paul.
Paul's not here. Hey, Paul. Paul.
Hi. I'm Paul.
Damn right you are. And we appreciate you, Paul, so very, very much. The king of the frickin' Sea of Fans mailbag, as he always brings it with his emails each and every week. And so we thank you very, very much for that, Paul. And I'm with him. We've talked about it already, so I don't want to get in the weeds on it, but like, stop with the Derek Carr shit.
Oh my gosh.
Enough, man. We're not trading for him. We're not bringing in a $40 million a year quarterback. Like, that's the end. It's over. Like, it's like, I feel like we're like Ferris Bueller at the end of the movie. They come walking back in. You're still here? Yeah. Like, go home. Like, no, stop. You're still You're still pining for Derek? It's 2026. It's over.
Let it go.
Let
him go. Let him go. He doesn't think about you. Don't think about him. Just let him go.
He especially doesn't think about you. You're blocked.
No, he does not think about you. He doesn't even know you're alive.
No,
you're blocked.
Blocked. Yeah. I'm over here talking into the ether.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Trying to send messages.
I'll tell him
swag.
you said what's up, though.
Yeah.
There you go. I also love too. Swaggo said that he was, or excuse me, Paul said that he was on the Swaggo wagon.
Oh yeah,
I love that.
That's like that's what you named your new car, isn't it?
Absolutely.
The
Swaggo wagon.
Yeah, that was a part of my wife's vows to me. I'm jumping on the Swaggo wagon. There you go. Hey.
Yeah.
Damn right.
Swaggo wagon. Is it a drunk in your trunk? Is that your Swaggo wagon?
That's it. Yeah, something like that. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
You're bringing that thing home to mama soon, aren't you?
I'm telling you.
Is she up?
She'll be waiting. Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Oh man.
I just felt Chris roll her eyes so hard.
Oh, she just logged off.
I was gonna gonna
No
say
doubt.
if she's still listening, I'm sure Lamont's not listening.
Which I was just gonna say because that was one of the things we were talking about earlier. How we all have to have like a hater. We all have to have somebody to keep us in check and to like whatever. And for the entirety of the cast of this show and others around here, it's all three of our spouses. None of them think we're funny.
No,
they all think we're
our
knuckleheads.
biggest haters.
Yeah, our biggest haters
That's
are the
it.
ones we're married to.
That's it.
Like, tell them what Lamont told you last night.
Oh
when
my
you were
gosh. Okay, so I'm just cutting clips for something and I am hysterically laughing at us, like just because I'm re-listening to like old things and I'm crying. I'm laughing so hard. And he's playing the video game and I'm laughing and he just looks at me and he goes, "It's not even that funny." And then goes back to playing. No, he just literally does not think that I'm funny.
That's so
or maybe
great.
he doesn't want to admit it because he knows I'm funny. He's probably not listening, so.
No, we know for a fact he ain't
He's
listening.
clearly not listening. It's like bedtime.
No.
But yeah.
Valerie's up there watching The Pit or something. You know what I mean? Like she's like, yeah. It's funny because she's like, "You got a show tonight?" I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Okay, good. I'm gonna go watch The Pit." I'm like,
"Sweet."
Yeah. I remember in the old days when we were dating and she would be in the chat and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now she's like, "You go play foosball with your friends." Have fun with that. Like,
That's right.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. So here we're gonna get to the voicemails. Let's kick it off with our buddy. We haven't heard from him in a minute. Let's kick it off with our buddy Jacob from Fresno.
Jeff, Murf, and Michelle, this is Jacob from Fresno. What's up, guys? It's officially official. Mr. Clint Kubiak is the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. That's incredible. And didn't it feel for a long time like something was going to happen right at the very end? Didn't it feel like something horrible was going to happen? And then just Adam Schefter was going to get on Twitter and say that he's backed out of the deal and we're going to have to hire, I don't know, Josh McDaniels again, somebody crazy, something stupid, but it didn't happen. There's something going up. There's something different this year, isn't there? We're not having that crazy story that's coming out in the offseason. Of course, everybody's saying, "Oh, Max Crosby told Tom Brady that he wants to be traded. He's never going to play another down for the Raiders." And then Clint Kubiak at his press conference is saying, "No, I just saw him this morning. We're great. We were in the weight room together. We were training. I put up 225. He put up 315, and it was all right." And so here we are where we have a little bit of stability, a little bit of normalcy. We got the number one pick in the draft, and Fernando Mendoza was mentioned in the press conference. We know we're in a situation, guys. We're at a teetering point in this organization where it's either back towards this commitment to excellence or, back towards this, here we go again, crazy things are happening that shouldn't be happening, that anybody with a brain, kindergartner can come in and run this thing better and make better decisions. But we haven't seen that so far, so I think there's a little bit of hope. Right, Raider Nation? Let's keep the positivity going. The future's so bright, I gotta wear shades, so to say. Silver and black shades, right? But guys, I'm just excited. I'm excited for the season. Clint Kubiak is a great coach, and I've been wanting him. Ever since we had AP, I was hoping that Clint Kubiak was going to be the OC. So to see him finally come to the Raiders and be the head coach, that is a great pickup that we got. And I tell you who else is excited about it. I know some of you guys really don't want to hear about Mr. Derek Carr. And hear me out, guys. Hear me out. I love Fernando Mendoza. I want him. He's going to be a franchise quarterback. He's going to win a Super Bowl. But let's look at the situation right now. The offensive line, is it the best idea to have him come in and play his first year all the way through? He should play his first year, I think. But maybe not every game. And if Derek Carr came in for 4 to 6 games and took a beating for Fernando to be successful so he's not beaten up too early, I think that's not a terrible idea. What do you guys think? Appreciate you. You take it easy and go Raiders!
Go ahead, Swago.
No, you. Murph's mad at you, Jacob.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Blocked.
You might get, but no, thank you. No. I mean, no. Just we watched the national championship game. Fernando can take a beating. and he'll get up. We don't need we don't need anyone to protect him. Anything like that. I mean, to each their own on opinions, and like we say, they're just like buttholes. Everyone's got one, and hey, and you have yours. Yeah. Well, there you go. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. And so no, thank you.
It's just my question is, there are so many other quarterbacks in the league that could be that. Why do we keep going back to Derek Carr?
Right.
He's not even in the league,
right.
There are other people that could be that for Mendoza if they're wanting that. Why can't we let him go? Has he done voodoo or something? He was in New Orleans. Maybe he's done voodoo.
It's come up before, and I think that this is that there has been such dark times in Raider Nation since 2002 that the bright spot was 2016 and a dabble in 2021, and it was because Derek. And so I think that people latch on to that fandom because that brought them joy as a Raider fan for a fandom that has been robbed of joy for the most part for decades. So I think that, and plus Raider Nation just has a unique connection to the history of our team and all that stuff. So I think that it's you look at like when Woodson came back, and Woodson had this glorious return, and it was awesome having him back, and he played amazing, and so we've seen those types of things happen before. So I think that's what people are latching onto. But listen, man, the logistics of it and the logic of it, it doesn't work, man. I'm sorry. It doesn't make any damn sense. And so, we see reports today coming out about, the Raiders, do they want to have another veteran presence, in the locker room because they don't want to thrust Fernando Mendoza into week one, Spytek and obviously Tom and even Kubiak, they all kind of are on the same page, is that they don't want to just thrust a guy in there right away. And they say those things, but they've also got Aiden O'Connell in house still under contract. If you want to march a veteran out there, somebody that, you know what I mean? We've already got a guy like that. Gino is not going to be around anymore.
Nope.
People have floated out the idea of Kirk Cousins because he's got familiarity with the program. I mean, Kirk Cousins is notorious for robbing teams of big giant contracts. Yeah. What do you make from the Falcons? $50 million, and he played 20 games or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't see them bringing in a high-priced quarterback. So that immediately disqualifies Derek. Plus the fact that you have to trade for him.
Right.
It's like moving in with your new boyfriend who's he looks like he's going to be a good boyfriend, but your old boyfriend still lives in the house, even though he was a good guy. That's a recipe for disaster. Mendoza does one thing that doesn't look good. Everyone's going to be calling for Derek Carr to start. Why are we starting Derek? It would be a recipe for disaster.
It would create. That's what I said. I feel like I'm really starting to repeat myself on this thing. So this will probably be the last time we address it. Frankly, is that it invites volatility in the locker room. It invites volatility for the fan base. It just invites a lot of complications that are 100% unnecessary for a team that's building from rubble.
Right.
Man, you know what I'm saying? It is not going to work. Plus, the fact that he's coming off of a major injury that ended his career for all intents and purposes, you don't even know what you're going to get. It's so,
exactly.
Yeah, there's no upside.
There's no upside. I understand the love that Raider fans have for Derek Carr.
And you've always stuck up for that.
Yeah, 100%. Because in the midst of chaos that was 2014 to 2021 or whatever it was, Derek was the constant. Derek was the guy. He was the one guy that Raider fans could lean on and go, well, at least we got this guy. Yeah. And he epitomized, before Max Crosby and, all that. I mean, he was the guy that epitomized a Raider. You know what I mean? For the most part.
Sure.
But, he loves this team more than most. You know what I mean? That dude's a proponent of the Raiders. He reps hard for the Raiders.
And he's a charismatic guy. Sure. He's good on the microphone.
Great. Yeah, 100%. But I understand that people would be clamoring for Derek because that's all they had. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I get that at the time, but there's been enough time and
No,
distance
that's
to,
the part that's
to
confusing
look
to
back
me.
and
Totally
say,
with you.
we may have latched onto him so tightly in a toxic way. Like you should be able to now look at the distance of time and say, he was good, but he wasn't great, and now we need
He was
to let
never
him
the
go.
problem, but he was also never the solution.
Exactly. And
There
there's
you go.
enough time now where you should be able to look back and say, okay, maybe I was a little too excited. There just should be.
Yeah.
It's been long enough.
Well, and I mean, like I contrast that to what we've kind of landed on this year, where it's like, all right, like I'm not doing the overhype thing anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I will be positive because we're always positive people. That's just how we just, choose to live our lives as positive people. So I'm not going to shit on the Raiders. I'm not going to shit on decision making. I'm going to give them the opportunity to do good until they give us a reason to be critical.
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And then at that point we can bring out the negativity and highlight and critique and do all that kind of shit. So, you know what I mean? So it's like, I can be really real about this, and I can be really real about looking the people that have accused me of being a hater and like all that kind of stuff. It's like, no, I can just do like what you're saying, Michelle. I can look back on what it was fairly and address it objectively and not with my fan blinders on. But I think that some people out there struggle with those damn blinders and they just stay on.
Yeah.
And you've just got these beer goggles for Derek Carr that just can't get rid of, man. Yeah. And I'm like, so again, I don't, and let's just all agree this will be the last time we address it, because speaking of the low hanging fruit and all the shit that we talked about with the Max Crosby constant questions, like, and I would encourage you guys to, and Jacob, we love you. Like,
oh my
absolutely.
gosh, yes.
Oh my
keep
gosh,
the calls
absolutely.
coming.
Yeah,
It's already been too long since we heard from you. So please keep those things coming and
But
bring
he's not the only one with that opinion.
That's what I'm saying, is that there's a big sect of Raider Nation out there that are still writing for Derek Carr's return to the Raiders. And I would encourage you guys, move on to a thought that's more productive for the future of this organization, not trying to dwell in its past, man.
There you go.
It ain't gonna happen.
Grab a hold of Fernando Mendoza.
There you go.
That's the move.
Yeah.
And also root for him.
Yeah, you did.
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did. Just grab on with both hands and just start pulling them in there.
There you go.
Okay, don't do that.
There you go.
Was that weird? Did I get weird?
Yeah, well, because that might make him uncomfortable.
Oh, well,
he'll be all right.
Well, maybe not. You never know.
Well, you need to ask first.
I don't know about his life.
Yeah. Hey. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, he likes that shit.
Yeah.
Well, you need to ask first.
Let's fucking go, as the kid would say.
That's true.
Yeah.
He would say that.
He did say that.
He would say that. When he talks about the Raiders, he's got his fingers crossed every time. He wants to be here.
Oh, it was funny because they caught him in the golf cart at the combine riding by. And somebody was like, so what do you think about going to the Raiders? He's like, we'll see. He's playing the game, man. He knows what's up.
He knows where he's going.
He knows where he's going.
Yeah,
he's savvy.
He's known since the national championship game.
Dude, maybe even before that.
Mm-hmm.
John Spytek wasn't on the sidelines of that game just because.
Hi.
No.
He's
just throwing everybody off.
Come on. Yep. We're bringing you.
Yeah. And even though they can't have a quote meeting and whatever, no.
All they got to do is give him a wink.
Yeah. It could be a John Spytek on the sideline, just be like,
the head nod.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it.
Confirmed.
Yeah, confirmed. Yeah,
There
it's
you
going to
go.
happen. All right. Next up, let's get to, let's do Steve in San Diego.
Hey, guys. Steve from San Diego. What's going on?
Hey, Steve.
Hey, after a couple weeks away, I guess you could say, welcome back to that show we all love to see or hear. Welcome back. I know, I'm dating myself. Anyway, I don't know if you guys ever watched
Love that show.
Are you kidding?
Are you kidding?
Welcome back, Cotter, the Sweat Hog. Can you name all the Sweat Hogs, Michelle?
No.
You don't even know what a Sweat Hog is, Jeff.
Nope.
No.
You want me to help you?
Well, there was Epstein. Wasn't he one of them?
Juan Epstein.
Yeah, Juan Epstein.
Half Jewish,
That's
half
the one
Puerto
I
Rican.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. You had Juan Epstein.
And
you
then-
had Arnold Horshack.
Horshack, yeah.
You had Washington.
Oh, yeah.
And then you had
I don't
Vinny
remember.
Barbarino.
Vinny Barbarino,
Up
that's
your
right,
nose with a
yeah.
rubber hose.
Yeah.
What do you know about that, Jeff? Nothing.
Come on, that show was
Nope.
great.
I don't know
Welcome Back,
nothing.
Cotter's the bomb, man.
Such a good show.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
John Sebastian sang that theme song. There you go. Put that in your trivia hat there,
That
Steve from
reminds me
San
of
Diego.
another spinoff. When Denise went to college, what was that show?
A Different World?
A Different World was a spinoff of the Cosby Show.
Shit. Well, A Different
Was
World.
it not?
A Different World is a spinoff of the Cosby Show, yes.
Yeah.
And then there was another one in there too. Wasn't there another one from A Different World that spun off too? Because Dwayne Wayne and what's her name got married. I remember that.
Did they have a show?
I think they might have had a show together. We'll have to look that up.
You have to look it up.
Okay.
Or maybe they'll say in here. But anyway,
All right.
yeah, I remember that was.
Can't
a
wait for y'all to
spinoff.
tell me about that.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, they're great shows.
Hey, grown folks talking, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Chill out over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, pretty good, man.
Hell
everything
yeah.
Last
Thanks,
year
Steve.
that was wrong is right this year. Everything seems good.
Anyway.
The order's good. Everybody sounds good. Kubiak everything sounds in line like it's supposed to sound, like like we've seen successful teams do. And I like some of the things that are said. So I have no hiccups. Everything seems in place. I'm looking forward to New Year. And anybody worried about the offensive line? It's already 100 times better just by the omission of last year's staff of coaching. I bet, and no, we don't, instead of, what I heard this year, what I didn't hear last year. Hey, I hear there's a really good offensive line coach we just got. Last year, what did I hear? Oh, it's Pete Carroll's son. What? So, although I bet you Clint Kubiak's son at 7 probably do better than him. But anyway, so everything feels good in place. I think, I like what's going forward. I like what's being said, and we can look forward to it. I think, oh, by the way, Max Crosby is a Raider. Stop trying to take Crosby away. I always go for proven over unproven people. So let's stop with the anybody who's is a non-Raider is trying to get him away from us. They're trying to take him away from us. You know what? Max Crosby's a Raider. He doesn't belong anywhere else. So stop. Anyway, I hope everything goes well. This should be good. You guys hope everything goes well with you guys, and let's look forward to see what happens next. All right, I'm out.
Hey. What's up, Steve in San Diego? Yeah, he kind of echoed a lot of the same comments that we had there about Max, and definitely appreciate his passion behind that, and great call from our buddy Steve in San Diego. So I know there wasn't a spinoff of A Different World. Oh. I was thinking of there was a Nick at Night marathon called Hillman College Reunion, and the original actors came back and did little vignettes. During that played the original
there you
characters.
Go. Nick at Night.
Nick at Night.
Nick at Night was good,
Going
man.
deep cuts around here, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, Nick at Night ruled.
Nick at
Night was awesome.
You know what my new favorite, or our new favorite, me and Val, sorry, we're just on tangents tonight. It's freaking, what do you want? It's the Combine.
Yeah, right.
But we do MTV Classic on freaking Marathon now.
Oh, yeah.
MTV Classic is awesome. They do like the Rock Block, and they do like the Total Request Live. They do all the,
I love the 80s.
So good.
Yeah,
I love the 80s.
yeah,
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, how
It's
cool.
It's nonstop music videos. And so it's like, because both of us work from home a lot, so we just throw that on the TV. And so, I go in there to make lunch or whatever, and freaking.
I wish they would throw in old commercials every once in a while.
That would be fun.
I wish they would do
that. Would be fun.
Yeah, but I love that channel.
MTV Classic is fantastic.
Right on.
Yeah, no, it's legit. It's legit.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. People that are always, because including me are like, man, MTV doesn't play music anymore. But they play all that old shit.
Yeah,
like
they
it's
do.
from like
It's
it's like
so
the
good.
TRL era backwards.
Yeah.
And they'll do like Headbangers Ball, they'll do 120 minutes, they'll do all the MTV shit. Like it's
really
cool.
good. Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Right on.
All right, next up, let's get to our buddy Storm.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Storm. Listen, I wanted to give a quick call because I'm fired up about our new head coach. I'm fired up about this quarterback we're going to get. I'm fired up about the offseason, man. I think it's going to be fantastic, and it's been something I've been begging us to do for a long time, man. I'm so excited. Not that we're going to win any games next year, but I'm excited that the organization's finally looking to be on the right track. And I'm fired up about our new head coach. Watching Clint Kubiak dice it up all year long. But I got two mini rants, and you're not going to agree with them, and that's fine. But I got two little mini rants I need to get off my chest. All right, one, we do a press conference hiring a new coach seemingly every year. Put the damn trophies away. I'm glad Grandma and Grandpa get to see all the Super Bowl Lombardi trophies that get wheeled out once a year. Reminds them of 1983 and 76 and 80. Good for them. I've been a Raider fan for 15 years, man, or just about 15 years. I ain't seen no damn playoff win. Yeah, you can't take it ever away from us, but, like, I'm sorry. There's nobody on that stage that is connected to those Lombardis. Put them away, all right? Second of all, I'm tired of seeing Mark Davis's face at the introductory press conferences for these coaches. It'd be one thing if he came out and was, like, present when we were firing these guys every year, but he's not. He only comes out for the press conferences when we hire him. You know, I know Murf has that fancy leadership degree, so maybe he can tell me if I'm off base or something like that, but I'm sorry. I'm done seeing Mark Davis's face smiling and all happy as he hires a new coach that if you just go by the odds, we're going to fire in like a year and a half. Hopefully not. I'm fired up for Clint Kubiak, though. I don't mean to just complain. I'm so excited for this damn offseason. It's just, Mark Davis, get out of the way, man. Like, I don't want to see you. Anyway, so I really got nothing else. I just need to get those two things off my chest. Love Kubiak. Hopefully it leads us to the promised land, man. I want to see my own damn Lombardi, is I guess my point. And I think he might be the guy to give it to us. Thanks, guys. Love the show. Go Raiders.
All right, it is Storm.
Storm.
All right, so let me say this. I hear that message loud and clear, and you hear that notion online occasionally. You hear from fans of other teams quite a bit, but even from some younger Raider fans, you hear that it's like, listen, man, that last Lombardi came January 22nd, 1984. That was a long time ago. Yeah. That was 20 years before I was born, kind of a thing. Like, so, but I would say this, that I understand that you want to see greatness in the current version of the Raiders, in the recency of the Raiders, and I support that entirely. But those things did not happen. You know what I mean? Like, those Lombardis still happen. You may not have been around for it. It may be an awful, awful long time ago, but there is still said pride in accomplishments for an organization, whether that be, this football team or otherwise. So to not parade it in a way where you don't want to rely on it, but to not showcase it, I think is ignoring the greatness and the championship history of your past, which is so rich for us. So yes, we can't live there, Storm. I totally agree with you in that. But to hide it and put it away and pretend like it isn't there just because it sucked since you've been a Raider fan, like I don't necessarily agree with that notion. But that said, you've been a Raider fan for 15 years. I've been a Raider fan for 53 years, or at least since I was old enough to know the Raiders were a thing. So we're coming at this from two completely different places. So I understand, or at least be willing to understand your viewpoint, but that kind of gets lost on me.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's the Raiders' history, and I think it is important for a coach coming in to see, and I'm not that Clint Kubiak doesn't know. Like, everybody knows that the Raiders have won 3 Super Bowls. I get that. But it is a way for the team or the players that are coming in or the players that are there to see that there was a standard that was set, and now it is up to us to reach that standard. Like, I don't think them not being there, I think and there's a pride there for Mark Davis. I know, like, Mark Davis catches a lot of shit, but there's a pride in having those things, and he wants another one just as badly as everybody else.
Sure.
Like, so putting those out, I think, is just a good way to acknowledge the standard that was set, and that it's always the goal to reach that standard again. So, yeah.
So you're in the same boat relatively as Storm.
Yeah,
so you've never seen, other than 2021, you've never seen, and I hesitate to even call 2021 great, but it was pretty good. At least we were a damn playoff team, right?
Right.
And so you're a little more similar, like Lane.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Yeah, I'm kind of on the other side of it. I dig in on history of my team. So when I became a Raider fan, that's what I had. I went back and I watched those games. I dug in and I saw those players. I saw the standard that was set and all that. So no, I like that they have that out, and I like that they have it out for the younger people coming in. Like, hey, like you said, Michelle, like, this is what we're about. You know, yeah, it hadn't
You don't think
happened
when
in a long
Alabama's
time.
recruiting, they're not showing off Bear Bryant trophies?
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
100%. Yeah.
The richness of tradition.
There you go, 100%. You know, but the other side of Storm's call right there, Mark did step back.
Yeah, he
you know,
did.
I don't know if that was a dated call or whatever. I don't know when that came in, but I mean, he's kind of thrown his hands up at this point and said, "Hey, you know what? I'll just be the owner in the background.
Yeah.
You know, we'll let John do this, and if we need ownership representation, I'll be in the back row. And if you need anything else, call Tom Brady. You know what I mean?
Let me know if you need something signed.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
There
and
you
I'm
go.
not talking autographs. I'm talking checks. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever else.
There you go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, good stuff there from our buddy Storm.
Yeah.
As always, keep them coming. All right, we're going to get to 2 more tonight. We're going to get to Tarek to close us out. But before we get to Tarek, we're going to get to a kid. Ready?
Yeah.
I love the Raiders.
I
love it.
We don't know whose kid, just a kid.
That's it. That's the entirety of the message.
Perfect.
I love the Raiders.
That's adorable.
That
the best.
It's adorable. Yeah.
the best.
So shout out the kid.
Cute.
Yeah. If that's your kid, good job. Good parenting. Raise them right, raise them Raiders. All right. Last up, let's get to our buddy Tarek to close this thing out.
Hey, Murf, Jeff, and Michelle. What's up, guys? This is Tarek checking with you guys from Chicago. Just an exciting time to be a Raider fan. There's just going to be a really exciting off season. Kubiak just got back from the parade yesterday. He's now in the process of making contacts and setting up interviews to round up his coaching staff. We did hire Mike McCoy as the assistant head coach, which is exciting. And we got one lined up for a defensive coordinator, some dude in Seattle. I can't quite think of his name, but I just want to quickly speak to Max Crosby. I've been a big fan of Max Crosby, and I understand that most of his prime years have been kind of wasted with the Raiders. Just constant turnover at head coach, just losing season after losing season, constant rebuilds, turnover in the front office too. It's just been an absolute mess. But with that being said, I totally understand if he wants to go somewhere else. I understand if he wants a new start elsewhere. I mean, he does deserve it. He's been a quality player on a really crappy defense, and he remains the only defensive player currently worth mentioning, I think, on our roster. So I understand the frustration, but at the same time, you got Kubiak in, you got the number 1 overall pick, you got a lot of cap money, you got 10 total draft picks. Things have aligned for us just right. And Max Crosby has always stated that he takes a tremendous amount of pride being a Raider and being a leader. And I'm not seeing leadership here. I'm kind of getting fed up with his with his drama. It's almost like he's relishing all this speculation that's going on. But what really did it for me is hearing that he was in the facility while Kubiak was having his introductory press conference and was not there. I think that's inexcusable. I think that's disgraceful. I think that shows anything but leadership. Bowers was there, Genty was there, a handful of people were there, and he chose to not be there again, despite being in the facility. I don't think there's anybody who can convince me that or make any type of excuse to justify that. I really do hope that we move on from him for his sake as well. I think we could still get quite the bounty. He is 29 years old, but I do think we can get at least 2 first-round picks for him. But it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. I want to hear your thoughts on that. But I'm done with Crosby. I respect him as a player, but the drama and the diviness going on right now, I just can't subscribe to it. You guys have a good one. Looking forward to the next show. Talk to you later. Go Raiders. Bye-bye.
Hey, good stuff, Tarek.
There you go, Tarek.
Yeah, so I got mixed emotions on that. I hear that point loud and clear, that if you're in the building and you're a leader of the organization, or at least of the players, that you should be there for the introductory press conference of the next head coach. There also, though, I think there's got to be a human component to this, Tarek, to where even if Max is not actively looking to leave the Raiders, you can't tell me that he's not at least a little bit frustrated with the way that the coaching carousel has worked over the past handful of years. And there's not some a little bit of, here we go again with him. So, would it have been ideal? Yes. Do I think it's as inflammatory to me as a fan that he wasn't? Like, I don't care. Yeah, sure. Like, but it's more important for me for you to show up on game day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think those are optics things. And while, like, listen, man, I mean, I'm a sucker for leadership. It's one of my passions. It's what my degree is in. And I think that it's an important outward gesture to show towards the organization and the new incoming coaching staff. But what have they done so far to, like, earn that place for him to go out of his way? Like, you know what I mean? It's not like he wasn't not at the facility. It wasn't like he was in Miami hanging out with friends or training somewhere else or whatever. No, he's in the Raiders building, honoring his contract, doing his best he can to rehab. Like, so I don't think, to me, it's not as an inflammatory of a thing as what some people took it as. Again, not that needs to be the opinion, because that's your opinion, and I've heard that from a lot of people, including Scott and Mo. They've talked about that, that it was, that it was not the right move for Max to not be there. But to me, I'm like, okay, like I don't know, like it's what's important, what's really important, Michelle, as a player, is that, like, be there on time for training camp. Don't be a holdout. Don't be a distraction. Like, to me, it wasn't a distraction. It didn't take away from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree. I just think he is sort of in a damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of scenario.
That's a good point.
And if he'd have went, he would have been the focus. Him not being there, he's the focus.
You know what? You're right. If he would have went,
yeah.
Look at what we did. Sorry, I'm totally interrupting you, but and I'll make it brief. But, like, remember, it was like we were all on Max watch last year.
Yes.
Was he going to be at Pete Carroll's press conference? And then he was there, but he was standing off to the side. And it was like, and I remember so much of our attention watching that thing was, what's Max doing? And then when it was over, it was like, oh, he's over there. They dapped up, they hugged, like, all right, okay, whew, Max is on board. We're good.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
The focus. So
it's a great point, Michelle.
Yeah, it's a really good point, and I think that, and when I heard Scott and Mo talk about that, and they said that it was, the wrong call and all that, I disagreed. I think Max came out and several not press conferences, but podcasts and stuff like that, and he said how, his voice always played a factor in who the coach was going to be and all that stuff. And, I had my opinions. These are the guys that I wanted and all this stuff. And he goes, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not going to do that. I'm backing away from that. And so instead of going to the press conference, and I don't think Brock Bowers was there either, but
he was.
He met him when he first came in the building, right?
Yeah.
But so did Max. Max had coffee with Clint Kubiak that morning when he walked in. To me, I think that is a little more impactful than standing there and shaking your head at a press conference. To me, get to know the guy, So that's kind of my take on that.
And maybe Max, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go.
Well, I was going to say, maybe he's taking the same as everyone, a lot of people have said, I'm taking the wait and see approach, instead of showing up and making it known that this is the guy that I'm glad about this. Like, maybe he too is like, you know what, let me do something different this time. The previous, times he's been there, stamp of approval, whatever. And maybe this time he was like, you know what, I'm not doing that this time. Let's do something different. So I don't know.
Yeah, I agree, guys. I think that's, and I love the idea of bringing that up, that, like, it's because he was going to be a story. It was going to be a story either way.
Yeah,
that was a really good point.
That's a great point, Michelle. And so I think that's the path that he chose, was to, like, let me stay out of the story.
Let him have his moment.
Yeah.
Not make it about Max. No, I dig it. All right, Swag Jeff, award us a Sizzler Award to the best emailer or phone caller.
Oh my gosh! Well, we had.
And if you don't give it to that kid, you're a dick.
Well, spoiler, jackass. So
them
we
kids.
had, right. So we had some amazing
Give us your name
emailers.
next time, kid. You might earn a Sizzler around here.
Exactly. We had Ernesto, Hooligan, Raider Roo, and Paul on the emails. And then we had Jacob in Fresno, Steve in San Diego, Storm, The Kid, and Tarek. But tonight's Sizzler Award, of course, goes to The Kid.
Hey, congratulations, kid.
Sizzler. 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 Sizzler.
We are Metallica, and we are here for your Oakland Raiders.
You know why we out here, and we ain't playing around today.
From The Walking Dead to errant Jedi Knights, Raiders fans are a rogues gallery.
Combine.
Mendoza.
So when are you buying your Raider Mendoza jersey?
I'm not.
No?
No, I'm not buying any more young jerseys. I got the college one just because that was funny.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm
Oh,
not.
yeah?
I don't wear jerseys anymore. You know that. I rock our stuff. Speaking of our stuff, show off your shirt.
Oh, yes. There you go.
Look at that. Look at that.
Heck yeah, man. If you want one of those, go to dashery.raidersfanradio.com.
And tell the audio podcast listeners what that is.
Oh, yeah.
It's our merch page.
No, the damn shirt you're wearing, you knucklehead.
It's the Just Grin Baby shirt, man. Yeah, it's our new show that, well, be specific, bitch. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I thought it'd be implied when I said, show them what you're wearing, Jeff.
Yeah, and then you said, and then I said where you could get it from, and you said, and tell them what that is.
Oh, yeah. I could sort of see the.
Hell yeah.
That's a long way to go.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
It's a long walk around the block, but the house is nice, Jeff.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. 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 If you like Just Grin,
beautiful.
Yeah. If you like Just Grin Baby, Raiders Fan Radio, any of that stuff, Swag Jeff, Michelle, Murf's Fan Cave, any of that.
Do you have to deal with Michelle?
Kiss my ass. Yeah.
His swagger wagon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kiss my swagger wagon.
Yeah, kiss my swagger wagon,
Put
bitch.
that on a t-shirt. Put that on your fucking Dashery page.
Damn right. Let me get Jimmy to make a damn shirt. Hell yeah. Hey, you know, Dashery, they have a lot of cool new stuff. They do? They got fanny packs.
Oh.
They've got shorts. They've got hats. They've got socks. They've got all sorts of stuff, bro.
Fun.
Oh, it's fun.
Well,
And
you
I had a little.
You could have our 3 money makers on your socks.
Yeah,
How about
you
that?
could.
Yeah.
And now I do. Because I'm Swag Jeff and I buy everything.
Yeah, you do.
So yeah. So no, yeah, they came in and
Good
yeah,
stuff.
and they're cool.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome. All right, man. Hit an outro here, huh?
Okay. So we're done, huh?
What else? What do you want to talk about? More spinoffs?
I don't know. I thought you were going to criticize me about something else.
No. I love you, Jeff. I wouldn't criticize you.
Oh, yeah?
I just do it for the sake of the show, just because it's funny.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love that shit.
Oh, fun.
It's
Oh,
fun.
good.
It's fun for me.
Great.
Yeah, it's fun for you.
We appreciate you, Raider Nation, so very, very much for joining us for this episode, number 405 of Raiders Fan Radio. Our new stuff will be coming to you in March. So this show will be moving to every other week, but we will be coming at you with Just Green Baby every week. We'll be coming at you with the 8-minute raid every week. And so we got a lot of stuff coming up. We look forward to that. We'll see you at the draft in Vegas. I know the draft isn't in Vegas, but we'll be in Vegas for the draft. Be at the official Raiders draft party and can't wait to get all this stuff kicked off. Man, a lot of cool stuff coming for the Murf's Fan Cave network of shows.
Yeah, thanks for hanging in there, guys. I appreciate it. Do you want me to shout out the chat?
Sure.
Yeah.
Martin's in there. Bono's Raiders. 75's in there. Funky Hair Man. I'm in there. Paul's in there. LV Maximus. I said Martin. Hooligan's in there. Listen, everybody's in there. Ron's in there. Thanks for hanging out, everybody.
Yeah, man. Hey, this is going to be a fun off season, right?
Yeah.
This is going to be super fun.
Oh my gosh, I can't
You're
wait
going
to
to see a
free
lot of
agency.
us. Do what?
Can't wait for free agency, man.
Dude, yeah. Yeah, less than a month away. Holy cow. Yeah, I'm fired up.
Yeah.
Got the swagger wagon ready to roll.
Locked and loaded.
Hell yeah. Revving that shit up, bro. Let's go, man. So, hey, on behalf of Michelle, on behalf of Murf, my name's Swag Jeff. You've been listening to another episode of Raiders Fan Radio, where we take a lighter side journey into the dark side. Don't forget, boys and girls, what happens in Vegas started in Oakland.
Damn right.
We love you guys. Much respect. See you next time, huh?
Get on YouTube.
Good.